She kinda looks like Tempest Storm, and she dance like a little Egypt. She works down the snake farm. Snake farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake farm, it pretty much is snake farm. It's a reptile house, snake farm. Ramona's got a keen sense of humor. She got a tattoo down her arm. It's of a python eating a little mouse, wearing a sailor hat that says Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. I asked Ramona how come she works there. She says, well, it's got its charm. There's nothing to do in the winter now, then some kid gets bit at the Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. This is a sing-along. Really. It goes Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. It ain't exactly kumbaya, but being the music fog, it ought to be perfect. Help me now, be on TV. It said Snake Farm, just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Getting into it now. Well, Ramona likes malt liquor and a band from Wales that's called The Alarm. She said you cried when they broke up. She still plays the record that's a Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Sometimes Ramona calls me up and says, come on down here, it's getting warm. And she runs everybody off, and we, you know, it's a Snake Farm. Snake Farm, it just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm. Help me now. I said Snake Farm, just sounds nasty. Snake Farm, it pretty much is Snake Farm. It's a reptile house, Snake Farm.
Unlock my phone and watch the world die. They crying to God while they run for their lives. Blood in the streets, bombs in the sky. Goodbye. I hope you had dreams come true. I hope they see in their crosshairs what I see in you. And I hope and I pray, 'cause it's all I can do. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast, we need something bad. More than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? I turn on the news and watch the world fight. Thousands of men making widows of wives. I'll be home soon, walked off in the night. Goodbye. I will remember you. I know it's shoot or be shot, and they're men just like you, but I hope and I pray, 'cause that's all I can do. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast, we need something bad, more than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Soon you won't need a TV or an iPhone to see, because you will look out the window and boom. I don't understand who is good or bad. They don't care as long as you got oil sands. We need something fast, we need something bad, more than guns and tanks. Where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman? Oh, where is Superman?
Have you heard about a little radio show starring Manson and Trace and a couple of hoes? It'll sound much better if you smoke a bowl. More THC means radio gold. Now pull up a chair, it's time for you to mark out 2 web cameras and a microphone. If you got no plans, just clap your hands for the Waters Clan. Clusterfuck! We got 2 web cameras and a microphone. Clusterfuck! We got 2 web cameras and a microphone. Clusterfuck! We got 2 web cameras and a microphone. Clusterfuck! We got 2 web cameras and a microphone.
That was a good drum break. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I tell you, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Good morning. Welcome to ClusterF.
Good morning.
It's July 8th already.
What does that mean?
Just time, the year's over, half over. It's crazy, time going crazy. Got the Sean Raz crappy song of the week coming up in a little bit, along with a bunch of other crap.
Got any more Karens?
What happened?
No more Karens.
What happened to Tom McDonald?
Seems
Seems like
he's probably Tom McDonald. He started out just like us. He was doing the the anti-government thing.
Yeah.
It's like both sides. Both sides are crap. This is all a lie. Both sides are in it together. Then he saw the Trump deal and was like, I got to jump on the Trump train because this middle of the road train is getting me nowhere. Yeah. So he jumped on the Trump train, and now I don't know what he's doing.
I don't see nothing yet.
You know,
he
was
to
like,
work out for him.
He was real high on his hog there for he was just like, all right, wow, Trump has acknowledged me.
Exactly.
He's invited me to something, and Trump was just taking advantage of something too, and then he just dumped him,
Dumped.
He just dropped them, and that, kind of deflates you.
I saw a tweet by Tom McDonald yesterday. I don't usually see him. He doesn't usually show up in my feed, and it goes, I don't care who's president or who you voted for, but this Epstein stuff is a lie. So he's
Of course.
You never
so
would
now
know.
he's like, well, I might as well drop the Trump
he's-
show. And
He's trying.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got back on the drugs.
maybe success was too much for him.
Too much
Success
for
was
him.
too much for him. Yeah, this Epstein stuff is just.
Are they still even talking? They're still talking about Epstein?
Well, they're talking about it because it just came. Because yesterday they just said, "Hey, there's no list. There's no tapes. There's no blackmail. Epstein didn't. He was a pedophile. Had nothing to do with nobody else. Nobody famous.
Nobody ever went there.
No, Prince Andrew from Britain did not pay off the victim and get investigated by the FBI. It didn't happen. It's like it's like the most well, there's so many, but such an obvious lie.
Well, they
Gonna release the list. Pambani, 10,000s of tapes. Cash Patel, I've seen that Epstein didn't kill himself. There's nothing here. There's no files. There's no blackmail. There's no videos. There's no nothing.
No, nothing. I mean, that just goes along with how they're doing it. And now they're just like, let's just blatantly lie to these people and see if they can do anything about it, because they can't, right?
Yeah.
They can't. They can't do anything about us already saying that there's all kinds of tapes and all this, and then just coming out and saying, nope, and just doing the opposite. Nope, there's not.
Yeah.
See ya. Nothing to see here. And they just are like, well, let's see. They can't do anything
do
about
nothing.
it.
They can't do
because
nothing.
we can't. We can't do one thing about anything they do because they're just too big.
But I do see.
Like I said, your local government is just too big. You can't do
Marley
anything
said
there
years
either.
ago, it's too late. No one can stop them now.
Yep.
It's too late.
Right. Who said that? Bob Marley.
And then they gave him toe cancer.
Yeah. They're right.
Yeah, they gave him toe cancer. So I see a lot of people who are, even the people who are like Trump, Trump, and now they're like, well, this Epstein stuff really, seems wrong, and I'm not on the Trump train. So that's the first time you've seen Trump people a little bit jump off the Trump train.
Yeah.
Most of them won't. I see he
Because
said
you'll
it.
see him blatantly do the same stuff that,
I was waiting for the day where I could make Jerry happy and wear one of the Trump shirts somebody gave me for free.
Nope.
I just haven't been able to do it.
Probably not going to happen, buddy. I mean, Trump said it himself. He said, I could shoot somebody on the streets of New York and people would still vote for me. And that's a sickness. That's a sickness right there. So, yeah, that's not good.
I mean, he had pictures of him with Epstein too, right?
Yeah, there's pictures
There's
of him
plenty of those.
when he was younger, and looks like they're having a good time. Looks like he's having a good time with Epstein.
Sure, he was having a good time.
Gosh, I haven't really paid much attention to that. I can't stop watching and I hate the guy, so I hate to keep watching his videos. But this Liver King guy with the Joe Rogan, you're just like, what?
I hate him. I hated him before all that
I
came out.
hated him too. Well, he's a big liar. His whole thing is he started out with some crazy lie that he just, ate liver to get and it got him jacked, like he was on steroids.
Yeah.
When really he was just on steroids. And I don't know if the pressure was too much for him, or if he's decided I'm going to act like a crazy person. And,
He's getting a lot of attention.
he's getting,
I feel like he always acted like a crazy person. That's why I hated him. Before that, it was like, man, this guy is just fucking lying about everything.
I saw one clip of the Liver King, and I never listened, read, or watched another thing he did. This whole Joe, I haven't read one thing about this Rogan.
the
thing.
whole time, like I was like that towards him, and even towards the Joe Rogan stuff. But now I see one of his videos, and he's laying on the ground in a puddle in a fucking cave he's dug, or the hole he's dug out. And he's like, Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. You're like, what is this?
He's
guy's
still
lost his-
he's
fake.
still on the Joe Rogan thing.
Yeah.
What else has he
I think
got?
he's been arrested 3 times for
Really?
threatening Joe Rogan. And then, Joe Rogan said he's been in the front seat of a bunch of his comedy shows. And he's just obsessed with trying to get on the show. and now he wants to fight him.
Because he's
I don't know if he could be in the front seat of his comedy shows. I thought he had a injunction
order?
against
Yeah,
him.
but before when he wasn't.
He's
as
just
crazy.
a guy doing whatever he can to get on the Joe Rogan show. Because if you get on the Joe Rogan show, you're gonna, that's the biggest platform of anybody out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all it is.
And Snookman says Diddy's going to walk free too. All distraction. It is. It's all a distraction. That was all about nothing. And, prosecutors won't bring a case if they don't think they have a case. Against somebody, they'll be like, we don't think we have a case yet against them. And this was like, they definitely didn't have a case, apparently.
Generally, when your feds indict you, you're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Because they usually have their shit together.
Yeah.
So, yes. Luis Lenara says, it's funny, people are surprised the list was not released. I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised that they went and there is no list. I was like, well, that's pretty ballsy. You'd think they'd have a couple of sacrificial lambs.
Yeah.
That they used to at least try to make it believable. It's like, oh, we got this guy, and you're like going, that guy, I don't even know who he is. He's some rich guy.
That's what I feel like. They're like, let's see how we don't even have to make it believable anymore.
That's pretty much what it is.
Because we just got him. We got him now. We can do whatever we want.
Here's Elon Musk talking about the Epstein list before the election, I think.
I think part of why Kamala's getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
What list, Elon? What list? There isn't a list.
There's no list, Elon. There's nobody. Nobody did anything. There's no tapes. Epstein did not have pinhole cameras, and he did not tape everything out there for blackmail reasons.
And Gates.
Gates.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad. I didn't remember him calling Gates out.
Yeah.
You're saying Bill Gates is a pedophile right there is what he just said.
Yeah.
I only ask that because you just look at them and you're like, that's a nervous person right there. I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them. Yeah.
Yes. Reid Hoffman was my vice president of business development at PayPal.
Yeah.
He's so
And
weird.
he's a pedophile. I employed a pedophile.
Does he seem nervous to you?
Why does Tucker seem so nervous?
Right now, Tucker does
Is he
seem
on the
nervous.
list?
He's like, can we move on from this conversation? Because I'm big on that list.
Yeah, I mean, he's terrified of a Trump victory.
Because of the disclosure that would follow?
Yeah. What disclosure? Smartest man in the world.
Yeah.
Smartest man in the world. What disclosure?
Mr. Mars. That's his new name, Mr. Mars.
Mr. Mars. This is him thinking about Mars right there. That's the expression.
Yeah.
Oh, Mars.
Ink Spike said, so the only crime that was committed was trafficking minors to nobody? Yeah.
I mean, I believe that's what Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of.
Yeah.
So she was doing it for herself?
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Just for
Or just
Epstein.
for Epstein. All this, all this people flying on his plane, all this jet setting was just
It was just him.
just him.
So certainly ideologically not aligned with Trump anyway, but I think he is concerned about the Epstein situation.
I don't think he is.
Nope.
I don't think he is. So the smartest man in the world thought that Donald Trump was concerned about the Epstein situation, but actually everybody was wrong. There ain't no list. There ain't no list. So that's, I guess, if you're a big Trumper, what are you like? Yeah, there's no list. Right? Are you there's no list? There ain't no list.
I don't know.
I knew there was no list. Was that what you're thinking? Or are you thinking? What are you thinking?
You'll figure it out.
Oh, I
Thursday.
I got what they're thinking. You see, and this is the reason they did Trump is because you can always come up with something to have that one grain of doubt. I mean, it's a small grain.
I just don't know what to think about. I just haven't been. I mean, I guess I'm as involved as you can get. There's not really that much information about it.
You know that there
You
is
hear rumors,
about what?
who's on the list, and that's about it.
There is a list, and Donald Trump's got the list, and he's playing 17-dimensional chess, and he's using it to blackmail do a reverse blackmail and destroy the deep state.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
I
it.
think that's what Judge
I would think Donald Trump is not the only one that has that list.
you would. Well, of course not. There's a lot of people would have that list, and a lot of very powerful people.
Yeah.
Here's Judge Joe Brown. He's going to tell you what's really going on, Trace.
All right.
This you can get your MAGA hat back on.
Trump has taken control. He didn't do it. They're shutting it down from everything I've seen. He is taking control of the FBI CIA blackmail file, and now I suddenly see this deep state more and more rolling over. People say, well, that's very immoral to do. The argument would be it's too damaging to bring this act and bring down the whole government. I'm not endorsing that, but the best approximation I've got is they get the
I can hardly listen to that voice anymore. It's getting so bad. What's he going to sound like in 10 years?
files. They raid the FBI. The FBI raids the FBI 5 months ago. When they hid the files in New York, they make the guy resign that was covering it up, and Comey's daughter's still there. They then load the gun, cock the gun, point at the deep state's head, and now suddenly the NATO, everybody's kissing Trump's butt, and it looks like Trump is now in control of the...
Trump's in control, buddy. See, what you thought was a big, getting all worked up about there's no Epstein list. Trump's got the list, and he's going to use it to make the world a better place.
I mean, Alex Jones
there you
is
have it.
usually right, but I don't know.
He's been right about some things.
file, and obviously they're not going to read in the FBI. It's the CIA and Ratcliffe doing it. The best approximation I've got, and it is speculation, but I
Is
got a lot
that
of
guy
points.
alive that he's
is
talking
that-
to?
He hasn't hardly moved at all.
the
7
hell is
beats
that?
per minute.
Judge Joe Brown's seen better days.
Man.
Trump has decided to just use the file against them. What do you think, Judge?
I think you're right on point with that. I think a great deal
Who the hell is Judge Joe Brown to tell anybody what's going on about anything?
of what happened with Smith and Millargo when
Look,
the FBI
is he in a
raided
third world country?
What'd you say?
Is he in a third? I guess he's got the background blurred out, but it
third
looks like
world
he was in a
dictator.
mud hut for a second.
Why has he got the background blurred out?
He's having a freak off in the background.
some years ago, and this thing that clearly they had no standing to go against
Thing here.
Why would you have this guy on your show?
about him supposedly having classified confidential documents when, as we have discussed, the President of the United States under the Constitution is chief
Can't tell if this
diplomat.
guy's like a foreign guy,
This guy
or if
sucks.
he's like the countryest guy in the world.
I know.
I think he's the country's guy in the world.
And commander
Kevin
in
Jakey
chief
says he's a male Judge Judy.
Yeah, but I know who he is. But
Oh,
I'm
you-
saying, why do we want his opinion?
Oh, okay. That's
I
how
don't
I
want Judge
felt
Judy's opinion on international
No.
relations either.
about the floods in Texas, and they're like, "Here's what Ron DeSantis had to say about it." I'm like, who gives a fuck what Ron DeSantis has to say about it? Who cares? Who is he any different than any of us? Fuck that.
He's got to
So
give
tired of them.
give his thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, having to give people like that thought. That's to make them seem like they're
Care.
better than you. And here's what he had to say about it. Who cares?
Everybody in charge has to do nothing about it, but get up in the morning and be like, I gotta go make a big speech about it.
Yeah.
That's
Pretend I care.
Pretend I care.
Tell me what to say. Somebody hands him a bunch of papers, and he's like, "Okay, this is what I'm saying."
Yep.
And then go back to bed. Judge Joe Brown is
That
what he has
last
said.
part.
Nothing. He said nothing so far.
been held to have absolutely unquestionable authority as to what he declares either confidential and secret or decides to declare.
It's going back to the Mar-a-Lago documents. I don't even know what
country song.
how this is even pertinent.
Is not such.
Speaking of country songs, the Mike and Trace Country Music Countdown up on the VIP right now.
Oh, country music.
Country,
you did, huh?
yeah, we did country.
Yeah.
We're gonna go from country to hip hop because those are the only two that are fun.
Yeah.
They're the funniest ones. So yeah, that was pretty bad, which is what we were looking for. A lot of bad country songs and one good one. Here's Judge
Okay, one.
Judge Joe Brown still babbling.
So my sneaking suspicion is
I don't think it's too many S's, Judge. My suffering succotash. This guy's terrible.
that a lot of what he refused to turn over to the archivist, which was unconstitutional in terms of what it was
Get to the fucking point.
trying to
He's lost. He's
doesn't know what he's saying.
He's Biden out
You
at this
lost
point.
me, man. I'm like, I don't care what he has to say.
put in place through statutory override of constitutional authority,
It's just saying big words.
Big words. He's just big wording it up.
which is wrong, is that there was wrongdoing that if he turned it over to the archivist was going to be turned over to the people who were.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. The premise was, I mean, like, and I read the premise before I was going to watch the video, is he says Trump's got the files and he's going to use it to blackmail the deep state. So we didn't have to listen to him at all because he didn't say shit.
I mean, that doesn't sound likely at all. I don't know. It sounds like the least likely thing to happen.
But they always have something when you're like, when you get really down on Trump, they always, you know, it's he's going to be arresting the Pope and all the pedophiles tomorrow. Oh, the rods of God are coming down on China tomorrow. The Epstein list is being used as blackmail to bring down the entire deep state.
It never ends. It never ends. They got to new something every week, and sometimes 2 things a week. It used to be, you know, you have something every 6 months or something, you know, and then it just like 10 years ago. They started doing weekly, and it's never stopped.
Now it's almost daily. It's almost daily.
Yeah, it's almost daily.
It's usually at least 2 things a week. And when nothing's happened for a week, you're like, okay, something big's going to happen. What are they going to drop on us?
Yep.
Yeah, so all this, like, so people would rather believe that Trump has the list and he's fighting the entire deep state, the most powerful entity in the world. And he's going to use this list to bring it down. They'd rather believe that than Trump's just the guy they gave the reins to, and he's doing the same old shit. And he's doing the same old shit.
Yeah.
But no, he's a cowboy in a white hat riding into save the day, buddy.
Rods of God.
Rods of God. Shit's going down.
That's my least. I always make fun of you for the rods of God, and it's the least thing I think's gonna happen. So that's probably what's
going to happen.
Probably how it's gonna end. It's gonna end.
It's gonna be some rods of God.
One day you're gonna get a call from me. I'm going to say, rods of God. You'll turn on the news and go, yeah, he was right. Him and Judge Joe Brown were right. So he's using the Epstein files to blackmail the deep state.
That sounds very unlikely, doesn't it?
That would be but then again, that's the only other explanation as far as if you voted for him and believed he was going to do it. You got to believe this, because otherwise you think he's a schmuck, a big fat liar.
Yeah.
Like Pam, you know. So when he appointed Pam Bondi, I was like, well, she's a criminal, you know. Of course, she's a criminal, and nobody else.
She's our local criminal.
She's our local criminal. She's a big time criminal.
I think there's one show we did where I did have a Trump hat on. I need to delete that show.
Well, you know,
that's all right.
You can't blame people for, you know, what's the alternative?
You know, I didn't put much thought into it. I just saw it on the table.
Put your Stramel back on. Netanyahu was in the White House yesterday.
VW Rick says Ukraine war over? Question mark. Yeah, I thought that was supposed to end day 1.
There you go.
And I thought the hostages were supposed to be released day 1. I
felt it was over. It was just like just flood Texas. We'll move on.
Well, then they flooded North Carolina too.
Again?
Yesterday.
Yeah, they did that again yesterday.
Yep. Was that anywhere near you, Kevin? Kev? Was that anywhere near you? The dams broke or something like that, and they only had like, I think, 1 person died.
No great shakes, just 1 person died.
Just 1 person. But
Texas deal, that's going to keep rising because
what?
The death toll. The death toll. Death toll is going to keep rising because you know, when they're missing, you're not on the death toll. Yeah. And there's probably a lot of bodies somewhere. Here's an old guy getting rescued on like
That
once
was a
season.
lady. Oh, I watched that. That was I almost cried. I was like, man, how awful. I mean, they had a hard time, and I wasn't sure what they were doing. And
I don't know.
I wasn't
Do you
even
know what
sure at the end if they rescued her. All of a sudden, they just ended it, like, and
They let her
everybody
go.
was getting out of the
Looked
water.
like we did good.
And I'm like, what just happened?
What are they doing?
She was like, I know, because they have
How are they stuck
a couple
there?
different
How are
ropes.
they
You
hold
gotta-
on to a rope?
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
And she was too weak. She couldn't even help herself anymore. She was
I mean,
like,
look,
done.
she's just barely her head above water. Wow, look at that guy. That guy's exhausted. And you got 10 guys out there. Oh. I'm about to lose. Holy
Oh,
shit.
man.
Can you imagine losing her and just watching her? That'd be it. She'd be done. Man.
Pull us in. What are you doing?
I don't think they can pull him in.
There's some reason they can't, because you'll hear them. They're saying, like, they'll say, tighten the rope, tighten, pull the rope. And then some other guy to the left of them is like, you know, let it out. I'm stuck. So I don't know where the ropes are coming from.
Now, the
or
rope
what they're
has to
doing.
be either tied or somebody on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
something-
they're pulling. I think
So-
they had, it
so you
sounded
can't-
like they had a four-wheeler or something like that.
Okay, so they got to, but they can't just, let go of the rope so they can pull them in. I guess you could slowly, I don't know.
Just
Obviously, it's hard.
It's hard. I didn't understand.
A bunch of ropes. And that water's going fast, man. Those videos, that water's hauling ass.
Pull tighter.
Where is she? Where is she? She underwater?
She went underwater a couple times.
I don't know if this big guy on the rope is helping right there.
that guy or this guy?
I don't know. That
I don't
guy
know.
right there.
He's weighing everything down.
Weighing it down.
Oh, God. Oh, she's spitting out water. I don't know. He's the guy that went and got her, right?
Yeah, I know. Now I'm thinking he's the only guy who knows what the fuck he's doing.
He got out there pretty quick. I don't know if anybody... Oh, she's going down again. This is terrible.
This is
Oh, my
terrible.
God. This is intense. Oh, pull! Oh, he's got the ATV pulling her.
How are they
somebody
not
put a
pulling
rope,
hard
Somebody
enough?
put a rope around her, and they're pulling her with the ATV, I think. Man,
I just
What's
don't.
going on?
I'm so
Because
confused.
you paused it so many times, you can't
Come
follow
now,
what's
you
happening.
gotta be able to pause.
yeah,
it.
you gotta
yeah,
be
but-
able to.
I mean, this. What is? There's
I'm
this. There's like 10 guys in a 4-wheeler pulling.
They don't
but-
seem to be pulling very well.
And they can't pull them out, but there's a guy that just went out there wading in the water that deep. It's not like it's that strong.
Well, I think it's strong once you get in the
Well,
middle.
now you'll hear the
But-
guy that's to the left of them. He's the one that said, stop, because he's stuck somehow with the ropes. I don't know. I couldn't figure it
He
out.
tied too many ropes together.
But pinched in, he said.
So he's gonna die. They're gonna cut him in half.
Oh,
Is that the deal? He's pinched in,
you gotta get out of the way.
and he's like, "Screw that lady!
Yeah.
Stop!"
Stop.
And then all of a sudden, they're all out. They don't show the lady. I don't see her
know.
anywhere. He goes, woo! And they didn't show.
Either somebody drug her out,
She went downstream.
or
I mean, they didn't act like she went downstream.
Well, they got her
So
out.
I guess they got
Guess
her.
they got her out pretty
God,
quick.
that was intense. It's like, oh, that was rough.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they let her go.
She did. She did pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure.
She must have been hanging onto a tree or something, and then they were trying to pull her across. I don't know, because she couldn't have been just floating for a day.
No. They probably put that vest on her, right?
I would think so.
I'm so confused about what happened.
This one guy, they said, this one Coast Guard swimmer rescued 153 people the first day.
I was thinking I should have went down there.
Maybe he rescued a bunch of people in a truck.
No, I don't know. He was like on the helicopter. He's a swimmer. He operates from a helicopter.
Yeah, but there's not that many. That's the only rescue video I've seen. I was like, where's all the rescue videos? I'm surprised.
Yeah,
there's not more.
Supposedly a lot of rescues. I haven't seen them. He's too good. This is
actually people helping, not just recording it. If you go out, you're not just the person trying to record what you're doing.
These girls said they rescued an 8-year-old 6 miles away from the camp where she was swept away.
Man,
6 miles. Imagine
I was
going
thinking,
6 miles.
Where's the end of it? Does it go into the ocean, or what's the deal? Where's it lead to?
6 miles.
All of a sudden we just hear somebody say, "Help, help."
Sisters Natalie and Emily Rayford said they spent 20 minutes trying to pinpoint those screams. Then they said an 8-year-old girl who had floated 6 miles from Camp Mystic appeared from a pile of debris.
Did you ask her what had happened, how she was able to make it?
Yeah, we asked her what happened, and she said that her cabin was flooding and someone opened a window and she just flew out of it. All of a sudden
Man, can you imagine? How old was she? 6?
8.
Okay, 8-year-old.
it's Bella.
That'd be Bella. Can you imagine her going 6 miles?
Man,
I can see Bella doing it. She had a big smile on her face the whole time.
Dude,
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I haven't seen a lot of those videos, but that's crazy. Little kids, 6 miles in that raging water.
Man, get lucky your head didn't get popped between
I was
two
gonna
branches.
say you just happened to get
just lucky.
Lucky,
Yeah.
you know,
Lucky.
about. Phew. But so there's a lot of sad stories. I mean, so many people just down there looking for the whole families. It's like, ugh.
Man, by this point, you probably ain't gonna find them either.
I saw a bunch of RVs floating and stuff, but that could be like, I guess, the aftermath. Because I'm like, it looks like people would still be alive in there, but that's probably after the water's receded, huh?
Yeah.
Because I was like, it looks like you could just keep your head above water in that RV, but maybe it already went under and is back floating now.
Yeah, what was in North Carolina after Helena, what was the death toll eventually there? I don't know if I ever heard about it. North Carolina after the hurricane last year, remember the floods last year?
I don't know how many people died. I think this might be worse.
What was the name of the...
It's either this one's worse or they just, got those cabins of kids and it's like it's like a big deal.
Where was the
only 108.
What was that one?
Was that Helene? Was that the one? It says 108 storm-related fatalities. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, I thought you'd said that you thought it was more. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But that, it's just so weird. All these people are just saying, we've never seen it, flood this much. And global warming doesn't happen that quick, does it? Global warming doesn't go from not being catastrophic to catastrophic in 5 years, I
don't know. It doesn't seem like it would. And that's been pretty, like you said, it's been like 5 years all of a sudden. It's like now the world, you got the wildfires, you got the floods, you got more hurricanes, you got all this stuff. Is that just a coincidence? Is it climate change? Is it government controlled climate
everything.
change? I don't know.
It's all that except for global warming. I've heard for a long time that global warming's bullshit.
And, who's the biggest proponent of global warming? The government.
government,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's obviously not true.
And we all know that we know they're incompetent, right?
We know for a fact.
And they're liars. We
They're-
know they're liars.
And incompetent.
We know that for sure.
And corrupt.
And we know they're corrupt. We know they're
Asshole.
well, we know they're incompetent, but maybe they just don't they're incompetent.
They're
there's so
too
many-
corrupt to be competent.
Yeah. I mean, they pay with our money for the best people to do the shady shit they want to do. So they're competent at being corrupt. And our local government is, they're all just like in their cush jobs thinking nothing's ever going to happen. And then they prove to us every time something bad happens that none of them know what they're doing. None of them are prepared to do anything. They're prepared, like, man, I'm just getting elected into this to have a cush job the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
now I got to do something. Now I look like an idiot, but they don't even care. They don't even care if they look like idiots.
I mean, just think about nowadays. If you're a mayor of even a big city, you could be just some jabron off the street like the guy in New York. He was making rap videos and stuff, and now you're gonna be mayor of the biggest city in the nation. And what happens when you have a 9/11 and you're somebody who was making rap videos?
Yeah.
Probably do better than what they did back in 9/11.
Touche. But yeah, these guys are in over their head. A lot of these guys are in over their head.
All of them are.
I mean, I think global warming is just, you can be like, going green sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, I've heard them saying they'll put try and pass the green bill or whatever. And they put it as it's a, environmentally friendly bill. So people who don't, read into it at all are just like, well, of course I care about the environment. But there's nothing about being environmentally friendly in these bills. They just complete bunch of bullshit.
It's just like Biden passed the Inflation Reduction Act, which incredibly increased inflation. And then Trump is passing the big, beautiful bill, which is probably going to screw us. It's going to be the ugliest. It's going to be exactly the opposite of everything. Every bill is exactly the opposite of what they say it is.
Yeah.
Like Operation Enduring Freedom, when they're going to Afghanistan, Iraq, it's actually I forgot the name of it. Operation Fuck Job.
Yeah.
Fuck job for the American people.
Plus, can you imagine what other stuff is in there?
In what, the bills?
Yeah.
Oh,
and the
it took
big,
them 19
beautiful-
hours to read it. They read it live. Took them 19 hours to read it because it's all these pages.
Who read it live?
Congress?
Really?
Yeah. Before they voted on it. That was like a stunt. It's some stupid ass stunt.
Yeah.
Nobody's actually paying attention to it. You can have one person who's allegedly knows what they're talking about say they've read the big beautiful bill and it does this and it's horrible, and then you'll have somebody say the exact same thing and say it's wonderful. There's
But can
no
you imagine
truth.
reading that?
Oh, it's
You know
brutal.
how they write things to where the average person can't understand it.
yeah,
So
they-
I'm sure that's how
legal.
they wrote it. Because I thought about I ought to just actually go and read one of them, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you can't even understand.
No.
When stuff they put in your fucking mortgage, they write stuff to where you got to read it 10 times and go, I'm not sure if I understand what that means.
I mean, I don't.
Just certain things.
Some of these bills and things they're like it's 1,000 pages long. I don't think anything should be over 10. 10 should be the max amount of pages you're allowed in a bill. Maybe even one. I mean, I feel like they could put everything about you buying your house on one piece of paper. You now own this home. Sign here. Like, what
And
else
we
is-
really own it until,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want any. If you just leave out all the bullshit, there's one page of stuff to put on there.
But when you have 1,000 pages of bullshit, it's real easy to hide all the criminal activity, all the money you're stealing. Because nobody's reading it. Nobody ever reads it. And that's the way. Yeah, I think the way to go, Trace, the way to go is EBT, buddy. EBT. This lady gets like $3,000 on her EBT. She partays. I'd be swiping my EBT unlimited card. Unlimited card.
We're all getting divorced. Let's all get divorced, and everybody go on EBT. Now, we probably wouldn't be able to do it. They probably made it harder for everybody to.
Yeah, we get put in jail for some kind of fraud.
Yeah.
Well, this lady, I mean, I don't know if this is her account and this is her posting it, but the caption says, I'd be happy swiping my EBT unlimited card. 7 kids, yes, we eatin'. I'm not paying cash.
God, man.
Yeah.
I need to get
well,
one.
fuck you. You got to take care of 7 fucking kids.
You ain't taking care of
When
them.
the more kids you have, they say the easier.
Yeah, you
That's
just let
true.
them take care of each
the
other.
older ones, you make them
Yeah.
be parents.
Man, I can't do it. I can't get the EBT just because of the people I see, when I go to the grocery store and they got the full, they're like 300 pounds and they got the 2 full carts and you're like, there's no way they're fucking paying cash for that shit.
If you can't beat them, join them, buddy.
No.
If you can't beat them, join them.
You should have to be under a certain weight to be able to get EBT.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, that's
You're getting them ramen noodles, Trace. You're getting them ramen noodles. Look at those pizzas.
Man, we got
those Tostino's pizzas.
I mean, she's shopping cheap, At least she's getting bang for her buck.
Have you eaten any ramen noodles lately? You need to get on it, buddy. We got boxes on boxes and boxes of ramen
we
noodles.
do. I'll start eating boxes of ramen, and you'll start calling me fat. And it's after the show, for no reason, she just showed me a picture of a 300-pound fat guy and said, "Hey, this kind of looks like you." I was like, all right. See you later.
I said his face. He looked like
his fat face, really fat and similar to yours. His neck was like this big.
I said, you don't want to look like that, didn't I?
But he kind of does look like you.
Did he kind of look like you?
I don't know. Maybe.
I didn't think he looked like you.
You did?
I didn't see it.
Oh.
I thought it was mean-spirited. I thought it was mean-spirited.
Fuck you.
That's how I felt about it.
I'm sorry. I
think you have to make it up to him. Oh wait,
I've made it up to him
his entire life.
10.
Everything you've done for him.
How long did you say me and Bella that bike ride is? How many miles?
Oh, that one back to the back?
Yeah, I'm back.
How long were they gone?
5. I don't know.
5 altogether?
Yeah,
that's what I came up with mentally in my head.
That's long for her on that little bike.
Yeah.
She came back. She was exhausted. she was all dirty, sweaty. She goes, I need water and ice cream.
Oh, you didn't even take water?
I took I took some water.
Okay.
She made a bowl of ice soup. That woman I was showing at the EBT, it says, this is the woman who regularly spends $3,000 a trip on EBT food at the grocery store. She reveals she has 7 kids. She calls it her EBT Unlimited card because she gets so much money a month for having so many kids.
Man, yeah.
She ain't spending $3,000. You know how much you have to get to spend $3,000?
Not that, like, one cart full.
I get that.
I would say
it's like
5 carts full, maybe 4 or 5 carts
6
full.
or 8 cartfuls.
No.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
like carts jam packed.
All that little stuff.
I do shopping a lot.
I shop every day. Don't come at me with that. I shop too, and I mean, because Lauren will go and she can fill up like half a cart for like $100 and something bucks. But I'm like a quarter a cart for $100 and something bucks,
and go back 7 times.
I'm saying 7, 8 carts.
I mean, it's just now every little thing you get, every seasoning that used to be $1 is fucking like $6 now, and you're like, well, I mean, the seasoning aisle is like life decision aisle. You're like, do I want lemon pepper on my fish, or do I want to pay rent? Everything's so expensive.
Somebody says, who was it? Someone says she's probably selling all that stuff. That's probably true. She sells it to all her neighbors. Gets it all for free and sells it to her neighbors.
Elab says here in Illinois you get $250 to $300 a kid. So if you got 7 kids, that's $2,000. $2,000 a month. You can get $24,000 a year in food.
Man, I need to get some of that.
I need to get some of that. They say in California they've made it where you can buy fast food with EBT, and so all the fast foods are we take EBT,
Yeah.
and they say the prices have skyrocketed because
that's why.
because the
Getting all
government's
that
paying
government
for
money.
people, so they're getting government. That's like a government subsidy for.
Yeah.
See, that's why
That's
all
how
these-
they do it.
They
That's-
lobbied to get all these places lobbied
Mhm.
to get the EBT. It's just like free cash to them.
Yeah, there should never be fast food. You don't get to. That's a convenience for people that work for their money. You have no reason to get fast food. Fast food was so, when you're busy working and you get home late and you want to get fast food, these people don't
Yep.
deserve that.
And it's also
when you're living off.
You have to. Unfortunately, in society, you have to take care of lazy people's kids sometimes. But if you don't have a job, or your job is not enough to support 7 kids, don't have 7 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there should be
We
some-
didn't have 7 kids. We had as many kids as we could afford.
There should be some requirements, but everybody's been saying that for years, and they still, you could say if that's what Trump is doing with with this is cutting people out that have, wrongly taking advantage of the system. But you can't do that unless you limit the amount of kids they can get money for. Okay, you can't eliminate the amount of kids they have because they won't ever do that. They'll never
No.
say. But you can eliminate how many kids they get to claim to get free stuff.
Well, see,
But
that's
then they'll say, "Oh, then you're starving children."
kids. See,
Fuck off.
see.
God.
You can't have.
There's a solution to that. If you had a room full of smart people that knew how to, run a business right, which our government does not know how to run a business correctly.
If you give
at
poor
all.
people money to feed their kids, how do you stop poor people from having more kids and getting more money?
Well,
It's a
if that
tough
was
one.
your job and you could sit back and figure it out, you could. Sure, there's a way to figure that out.
B. Kahuna said, "Oh no, who was it? Where was it?" Killer JP says, has Ned done EBT to OPP? That's a good one.
Yeah.
You down with EB? Is there a lot of material there?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a lot of words too. That's a lot of writing.
You never
But that's
know.
a good one. That has to be done.
You never
Write it
know
down,
how
circle
many
it.
people are on EBT, man. You see them at the store all the time, but I've never heard somebody admit that they were on it, or just mention that in a conversation of anybody I've ever talked to. They got to be out there.
Take a guess. This is Donna's favorite game, guessing. She loves to guess.
What?
Just guessing anything. She just loves to guess.
She hates
How
guess.
many people in the United States are currently enrolled in the EBT deal? How many people in the U.S. enrolled?
How many people are in the U.S.?
340 to 50 million people.
Whew.
How many people are on
3
EBT?
3 million.
Trey says 3 million.
There's 300 million?
350 million.
Jeez, it's 100 million.
41.7 million people.
That's all?
That's a
What was
lot.
that?
That's a lot.
Then
That's a
why are
lot.
we going broke?
I was going with 1%.
Why are we going broke?
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, I mean, it seems like it would be a lot more, but
A lot more.
How is
You're
it-
talking.
there's 300 million people.
Yeah. But that's like, okay, so that's if you have 300 people. If you have 300 people in a room, 41 of them are on EBT. That's a lot, babe.
That's a lot.
What's the
that-
percent? What's
this
the
is a-
percent?
it's like
what's the
15%.
percentage of that? Is that 15%?
It's 15-20%, I think.
And
I just feel like there's so many more people that.
It's a lot.
What does EBT
that's why we're
stand
going
for?
broke.
I don't know. Does anybody know?
EBT. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So just think of how much money that is every month, just being doled out. 41, and you could, or who knows? You could say 20 million of those people are probably getting it and they don't need it.
Electronic benefits transfer.
That's when it got easy. When you didn't have to wait for your check, you just open your phone.
There it is, and there it is.
And there's your $2,000.
And then you got SNAP, man. SNAP, which is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
Yeah, I mean, these people living on the streets are making money too. Like, this is like one of the craziest things is like the fentanyl people, and the people that go down the fentanyl streets, and everybody's just bent over, fucking doing the phenylene, and they're you know, they got like an iPhone in one hand and a tent and a boombox. Like, you're like, where did these people are going to spend every penny they have on drugs. That's why, drug addicts usually become homeless, because they spend every penny. But they seem to have enough money to spend every penny they can on drugs and still have enough for like an electric bicycle and a laptop and a cell phone and a tent. And you're like, you must be banking to, be able to afford all that when you're a drug addict.
Maybe the homeless drug addicts have it figured out. They're living high on the hog.
It sounds kind of nice.
Doing the phenylene 24/7.
No. It's really bad for you, the phenylene, I've heard, though. It's really bad for your back.
It seems like it make you cripple.
I think people are getting crippled. They don't really cover that in the news. All the people with terrible back problems that can't walk anymore because they were phenylening on the streets for 7 years.
If I stood bent over like that for an hour, I'd have to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm gonna go down to wherever it's the worst and start buying people chairs.
Have a chair.
That's my YouTube channel.
Finny chairs.
Sit
down. Take a load off.
Be my YouTube. Fucking please sit down.
Maybe they don't want to sit down. They could just lay down on the ground.
Maybe the phenylene is where it's at, man. You're like feeling good. You are leaning.
It is weird that they still can stand up, though.
Yes.
How they could have that many drugs in their system or whatever it does to you, and you can still stand up.
I'm thinking it's part of doing the drug, because if you were to sit down, you would maybe just pass out. But if you stand up, you still enjoy the drug the whole time, because you're like, you got that jolt of tipping over.
You think that's one of the tips they give each other when they start doing the fentanyl? So don't sit down. You only enjoy it if you stand up.
That's why you don't see any chairs down there.
I mean, that's crazy. You still, they make the jokes that they don't fall over. But they don't. They don't fall over. I've never seen a video of somebody on the heroin or the fentanyl falling over.
I've never seen one jerk, like you said, do the jerk. They're just stone cold bent over.
I've seen somebody on opioids in just a wooden stool. Planking for like an hour. Just like somebody
You got some rock hard abs.
I was like, man, like that. I couldn't do that. Like, that's impressive. Just straight planks. I'm doing a little bit of motion too. Falling back a little bit and waking up.
They're doing an ab workout the whole time.
You should put out a video. Opioid abs. Opioid abs in 6 weeks. No work at all.
Oh, man. That's a great idea.
Take your fentanyl.
It's just a stool and fentanyl. That's the kit, the 6-pack kit.
I don't know if this to be true. Everything on the internet is fake. But this going back to EVT. It says the Monterey Aquarium in California costs $295 for a family membership, or $125 for a single adult ticket. If you have an EBT card.
For what?
For the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Oh, man.
If you have an EBT food card, entry is free, and up to 4 people can get in for free every time you go.
Are you kidding me?
So
I'm going to call them today.
Well, tell them let me get one of them.
Let me get one of them, man.
What is it called? The Monterey?
I just saved myself $150. Shoo!
God, it's all making sense now, man. When I go to the
That's what that guy's
aquarium and,
talking
you
about.
know, I look around and there's 100 fucking, you know, I do that a lot. Go to these places and everybody, I look around, I'm like, how do, you know, they don't just have, you know, they didn't just barely get in here. Like this family that looks way poorer than my family is sitting there. You know, they got 6 kids and they were all able to get in somehow. I'm like doing the math. I'm like, it's like $1,000. And then they're at the snack bar spending like another $500. I'm just like, where are people getting this money?
EBT.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
get
you
EBT,
know,
you can get the snack bar probably now.
I need the snack. I need the EBT.
Okay, so we're trying to be truthful here. We try to give out what we find to be the truth. The truth is very hard to find, and it says, yes, the Monterey Bay Aquarium offers free admission to those receiving food assistance benefits.
I'm on
through
their
SNAP.
That's what I tried to do. I'm on their website, the aquarium, and it says it's $65 for an adult, and then it says museums for all. Free admission for up to 4 people is available at the main entrance for SNAP EBT card holders with a matching photo ID.
God, that's why it's so.
You'd be balling, man.
So they get to go for free.
It's part of the Museums for All program.
They get health care for free. They get food for free. They get their... Fuck.
God, I need to do it.
Where do we put an end to these people? How do we put an end to people just living off the middle class while the middle class frickin' suffers?
Because so you think of the SNAP program. Think of the billions upon billions of dollars that go to this, and now the aquarium. You know what they're getting? They're getting money from the government. You know,
yeah,
for
every
SNAP. They're getting money.
business-
We're subsidizing everything. The
We're
government's
subsidizing all these
big
businesses. Yeah,
and
Isn't that
the
crazy?
SNAP people are getting in for free,
And
they're
that's
never
why
gonna
they do
change
it. They don't do it because they care about all citizens
No,
having
not
access
at
to a museum.
all.
They're doing it for the money. That's the only reason.
It's the only
They're
reason.
subsidizing all these businesses, like you said, and they're wrapping it in a, where we love poor people.
I mean, but I would also be more acceptable if it wasn't so insanely priced, you know, like for the average person. Like if a person for EBT can get in for free, then it should be $30 for my whole family, not $150 fucking dollars to go to the aquarium
Well, it
or
would
the
be
museum.
easier to swallow if you if everything wasn't twice as much right now for us too. You know, if they didn't raise your property taxes and they didn't do this and didn't do that. And that's probably why they're doing it. They're raising all the prices just so they can subsidize big businesses. That's probably why they're doing it. It's all about money, wherever it is. Whatever they're doing. It's all about money.
The bigger the EBT program is, the more money the government can siphon off of it and line their own pockets. And that's all it is. So that now you get EBT, you get to get free everything. And the EBT program will be one of the biggest programs in the country's history. And they'll be sucking just like homeless. It's the homeless. It's the climate change. Everything is a giant cash cow. Everything.
Big Kahuna says, does Carnival Cruise Line take EBT? That would explain a lot.
If they don't, it's coming.
Well, that's why you can afford to go on a cruise, you know?
Maybe, if you're on EBT.
Everything else is free. Gosh,
right.
I got to get one of these cards.
Let's get we're all getting divorced. Let's get divorced.
Let's all get divorced.
The marriage thing is...
Yeah, they've conned everybody into the marriage thing and then made all the rules to apply to...
single people.
Only being married so that you can get to... I don't know.
See, if you're
you're responsible.
If you're rich,
convoluted.
If you're rich, the rules don't apply to you because you can get everything, get whatever you want because you're rich.
Yeah.
If you're poor, the rules don't apply to you because you get free everything from the government. But if you're a middle class guy, you're effed. They're sucking you dry. What are we doing?
Why am I holding on to this middle class?
Why are we trying to hold on to this middle class lifestyle when we should just let it go?
Let it go.
And let the government shower us with money and free health care and free all this.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about. I'm just not a get a EBT figuring out kind of guy. You know, like Lauren still hasn't even done our taxes.
What?
I tell her every day, please do our taxes.
I think it's a lot easier. Back in the day, if you were getting on food stamps, you had to get down and get interviewed and apply in person.
Yeah, you did.
And now
you had to go. That was for unemployment and everything. There was a place you had to go for all that.
And now just internet. Internet it up. Piece of cake. Click, click, and you get your free money. I Am Reason said 21 years ago when my daughter was born, the wife and I were going through hard times and we really needed help, but we got denied for everything except for WIC. They told my wife she would have to divorce me and live in a shelter before she could get accepted. That's what would happen to us.
Yeah.
If we did that, if we all tried to get on EBT, they'd be turning us down, and we wouldn't get it.
Yep.
And we'd get put in jail for fraud.
You gotta say you're trans.
You'll probably get extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get extra money. So that's it. Let's all file for EBT. Let's start a movement.
First, what you got to do is lie on your EBT thing and file for it and see if you'd actually get it before you go through the whole getting divorced thing.
Yeah, but you don't want to lie on it. Then they've all got that against you. You fraudulently try to get EBT.
You have to fraudulently do it to figure out if you'd get it first before you go through all the trouble. I don't know.
It ain't no trouble. Get divorced.
Do you think
what's a piece of paper?
You'd be it'd be easier to leave your spouse if you got divorced for that reason? You'd be like, well, we're already divorced, so
I don't think it doesn't mean nothing to me. I mean, it's like,
yeah. I mean,
you don't think Lauren would walk away a little easier?
I don't think so. I don't think a divorce is that hard. Like
no,
I think I see it as
it's just paperwork.
I see it all this time. The signs on the side of the road: divorce, $300.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, even if me and Lauren did get divorced, we'd never actually probably get divorced. It'd still officially be a divorce
for sure,
forever.
That's for sure. All right, it's getting late. We've been going and going. We'll do how about some boat ramp hijinks?
Yeah.
Always fun. Trace, I'm telling you, that should just go back up people's boats. $20 a boat.
I know. That's a gig right there.
That's a gig.
That's a new one. I ain't never seen nobody crawl over the rail. Feel like we had a dang rodeo. Speaking of cowboy, we got one right here riding in the bed of the truck. Oh, the people yell, look at this freaking jackknife. Look. And is that a Tundra? A Tacoma? What is that? Oh, he's gonna hit the other truck. Oh, he's gonna hit it. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. He almost hit that other truck, bro. Oh my God. Look at it. Y'all watch this guy. I had to give the old friendly whistle. Look. Oh my. What? He is way off. Look. Oh my gosh, kids. Look at these cars. All these cars over here are wondering what. All these cars over here waiting. They're like, what in the world is going? This guy's going. He's like, get me up out of here. Dude, that thing's on there crooked, boys. I mean, that thing's on there crooked. Look. Somebody just yelled stop. I don't know who they're talking to. Somebody just yelled stop. He's got it. Keep going. Turn the wheel. No. Other way. Ah, he almost had it. Don't pull all the way. Oh my gosh, bro. He keeps pulling all the way up. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Hey, look at this dude in the green truck on the left. No, look. Oh, this guy's gonna cut him off. This guy's gonna cut him off. I had to tell somebody to look at it. Come on, dude. Somebody's got to help him out. All right, meanwhile, coming over here on lane 8-9. Are they gonna nail it? Oh, this dude's had enough. He just said forget about it. Look. Look, he got out of the truck. He was looking at something. The lady cab's over here on 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The place is going nuts right now. Y'all don't roast him too hard now. He's a good sport. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. They got it for him first attempt. Sometimes it just takes a helping hand. That was freaking epic. Oh, that's got to be one of the best backup jobs we ever seen here, boys. That has got to be one. And look, we got another one happening right here. Oh my. Oh my. I don't even know what we're gonna name the video. Noragrettes. I hear you. Swing the 9. Look at that. In too deep. When they get out of the car now, almost in the water, she's in too deep, boys. It's gonna be a goodie. Look at the decals on the back of the. Them dudes right there stickered up. Stickered up.
Church of me, true believers. Take a walk across the sea. I've come to feed the fish, heal the world. But first a little dirty kiss. I am the Rasta, sitting underneath a tree. I'll be your master. Yourself into me. Feel your every wish, heal the world. But first a little birdie kiss. I am the setting sun. I am the chosen one. I am his only son.
H-Town G's, yeah, we're from the hood. Last time you heard from us, we were up to no good. Stealing. Gucci lame here, and I don't use protection. Tuttle might not push your bro, gets erection. 20 gram blunt, but I smoked it in one session. Real quick. If we ever get locked up with someone, yell objection. Gucci lame here, and push your bro too. If you see us in the streets, tell me what you gonna do. Yeah, we in the fast lane 102. Mess with us, guarantee we gon' shoot. Gucci lame and push your bro. Outlandish. Everything we say or do, outlandish. Every day we drinking booze, outlandish. $50,000 shoes, outlandish. 20s on the PT cruise, outlandish. Everything we say or do, outlandish.
Poacher Brown here, and you heard about my whip.
Rolling.
But you haven't heard about my 1,000-round clip. I'm a little bit crazy, but I'm on medication.
Insane.
If I don't take them, killing fools my occupation.
Killing.
Yeah, I'm on Zoli, so I don't do masturbation.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I'll slap a hook, cause I got no patience.
That was Poacher Brown, he's got a 1,000-round clip.
Shots.
If I drive a four-wheeler, you know that I'm a flip.
Flip it.
Drink and touch vodka, yeah, I know you wanna sip.
You broke.
Get blacked out drunk, then my penis you gon' grip.
Don't touch Gucci lame, or your ass I'm gonna kill. Don't mess with me, I'm crazy, cause I'm on so many pills. The song is outlandish, and I hope it pays the bills. If it don't, I slit my throat, my blood is gonna spill.
Gucci lame and Poacher Brown, outlandish. Everything we say or do, outlandish. Every day we drinking booze, outlandish. $50,000 shoes, outlandish. 20s on the PT cruise, outlandish. Everything we say or do, outlandish.
Welcome back to ClusterF. Don't forget the Hang tomorrow night. The Hang, 6 o'clock live, only on Twitch. You got the Hang OT also available on ClusterFshow.com, and a brand new episode of the Micah Trace Country Countdown. Hot damn.
Going in another direction, why can't I chat? Seems like a weird thing to say in the chat.
He says he's back.
It wasn't me this time. My brother was watching the show. He said, pretty soon there'll be free European vacations for EBT and Snap holders. They'll demand it because it's not fair. They don't get to go on vacation around the world
I don't
like
get
rich
to go
people.
on vacation, man.
It's like, that's right.
Get me
Because that's how that works, right? They deserve everything that people work for. They deserve everything that people work for.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what you get when you give people, free stuff. It just, it doesn't work. It never works.
Man, I got a spider right. Lauren woke me up, man, in like the middle of the night. Or I don't even, right when the sun was coming up this weekend, one of the days, the sun just came up. It was like, I don't know what time the sun comes up. What's that?
You know nothing
I don't
about
know
this
anything.
story.
But she wakes me up and she's like, don't freak out, but come here.
Don't freak out. He knows there's a spider somewhere.
I crawl off my bed like a maniac, and right above where I'm sleeping, man. It wasn't one of the big, like this big ones, but it was a good, that big one just dangling right over where I sleep, man. I've been I had a hard time sleeping last night thinking about that. Not just thinking about that, something about last night. Just like I ended up sitting on the couch and watching some show till like midnight, which I don't usually do. And then when I just could feel that I wasn't going to be able to sleep. But I went to bed around 3, and then woke up with a
bed
weird
at 3.
I didn't sleep
and then
very
had
good
weird dreams and woke up at 4 and 5.
I woke up at 4 too.
I didn't sleep good either. What's going on?
What's going on? I didn't sleep that good either. Yeah.
It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
It's weird.
I got Sean Raz crappy song of the day. Forgiata Blow, Burn My Flags.
We heard of that before, right?
This song we've heard before?
No.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the name
Forgiata.
before.
Yeah.
He's only got 24,000 views. I thought he was more popular than that, but we shall see.
Crazy Horse USA gave us $50 on Venmo.
Hot damn.
I didn't even know he still listened to our show.
Yeah, he emails me all the time. I talk
Oh.
to him on email quite a bit.
Oh, okay. He says to keep you going and for internet upgrade.
There's a possibility that we're talking internet companies, Trace.
Talking internet.
There's a possibility that we'll have new internet Thursday because they're coming allegedly,
Yeah.
like they were supposed to come last week, allegedly coming tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll have new internet, phone line, everything.
Yeah,
allegedly.
right.
I know.
They're not going to do it.
And don't forget to give us $1 a day to keep us going.
Gosh, he's going to be
Please.
so mad the day after they're supposed to come and they fuck everything up.
I am a little concerned.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, please don't mess everything up.
Oh, see, yeah, we thought.
Because then I got to go to Spectrum and
Ah.
cancel stuff, and I don't want them to cancel we got to keep the cable with Spectrum, so I don't want them to mess that all up. And
I don't think you need cable.
Yeah, but there's so many apps. Like if you want, you got to get so many apps to get what you
Yeah.
want to watch. Sports.
Yeah.
I like to watch sports.
Lauren lied, just straight lies to me about how much we pay for that types of stuff. She won't even admit it.
Yeah.
It's like $400 a month or
Jeez,
something
I
for
hope
all
not.
that.
Oh my god.
I hope
Maybe
not.
2 or 3.
If you guys had a budget, you'd be driving new cars right now.
Mm-hmm. If they had a budget, they would.
Yep.
They'd be able to do that.
It's a very simple
have a
thing
nice
too. It's
new
very
car.
simple.
I mean, I don't know. They say I was saw a guy doing an example of prices of things, and he was saying, $70,000 is about the new poverty level today. If you add up, so I don't make anything close to 70,000. I think I'm just poor as dirt.
I bet both of you probably do make 70,000.
No, per person they were saying.
Oh no, that's not poverty level at all. That's
They were
bullshit.
comparing
No.
prices of things and
If you're making 140,000 a year, you're still able to live good.
You're doing very well.
You're still able to live good. You're living good.
I mean, unless you're living beyond your means,
no.
which most people
Yeah.
do, but
But if you could budget 140 G's and have a very nice life.
yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know, but Kevin JK just gave us 1,000 bits.
Kevin
Thank you,
JK.
Kevin.
But what if you're out
There's
with
his-
another person? Just 70K one person.
I
Still
think you
okay.
could live fine.
I don't know.
Unless you're living
that.
in a townhome or a condo on the beach for $2,500 a month. That's living beyond your means.
I mean, if you're
maybe they were just taking the things that prices have went up on the most, and making it look
Look
like
how many
that.
cruises Sean went on. He's doing well. He's able to go on a cruise once a month.
My ZBT card.
It's the EBT cruise. Now we know the secret. Now we know. Busted, Sean. He's the EBT bandit. Now we know. That's why you got all that time to listen to that shitty music. It's all coming together now. Buy all those drinks.
I'm going to follow in his footsteps.
Alcohol is going to be. They're going to let people have alcohol and EBT soon. They're saying, it's not fair to deprive these people of a good time. Here's a Forgiata Blow, Burn My Flag.
God, I hate it already.
I'm sure it's pandering. Real pandering song. Oh boy.
Where the Patriots set, red mega on the hat. Yeah, it's like that, and we ain't turning back. Bet you thinking that you brave with a different flag. Way to find out the hard way. You don't burn my
2028.
flag. Raise up.
What'd you say?
It says Trump 2028.
Oh yeah, they
They want to get him
they want a special law so he can run again.
Why don't we wait and see how he does this time,
Right?
huh?
You're getting ahead of yourself there, man.
Yeah.
Raise up. Put them stars in the sky. Raise up. Raise up.
Maybe he's already made his bet. He's gone too far, Trump.
Yeah.
Raise up. Boy, I dare y'all to burn my flag. Raise up.
That's right,
So
Snuck
let me
Man.
get this straight. You got your flag waving while you living where you hate. You stuck across the border cause you heard that
Is he saying something?
It's too based out.
It's based out. He's so embarrassed about it all. He just drowned these shitty lyrics out with a bass. I'm a total sellout.
Yeah, for sure.
Huge sellout.
And it is. Now you wanna light our flag up in flames? That's the same thing. God, that we ain't heading left anymore. If we were, there'd be nothing left. That's for sure.
I mean, I get it. Like, that made no sense to be burning the American flag in America, waving Mexico. That seems like that's as if you're trying to take over America, right? Like, that wouldn't be what you're doing if you're trying to come to. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Are you reading the words he's saying? Is that what you're... Because I'm not understanding anything he's saying.
Now, Trace, this whole song's about burning the American flag.
Yeah.
And he's showing videos of Mexicans burning the American flag in America.
Oh, in America. Okay.
I think that's a big con job. They pay people to burn the American flag just to get Forgiato blow songs and people getting mad. You need to go back to your country. Nobody's burning the American flag in America unless they're paid to do it, generally.
I saw a sticker on the back window of a car yesterday that said, "We're not going back." Is that directed at people like me? Yeah. That says, "Go the fuck back to wherever you came from."
Is that a New Yorker or is that an illegal immigrant?
I didn't see who was in the car, but
I saw a sticker that said, "Show me your butthole."
Yeah, me and Tracy were driving. And we both passed it. And I kind of looked at him and he was like, didn't want to say anything. And I was like, what did that just say? He's like, show me your butthole. It's like, what? Why? What is wrong with people?
Wonder if he gets any butthole shots.
Wonder if he gets any. I should have.
A bunch of guys.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes.
Tracy's like, hold the wheel, Mom. Giving this guy what he wants. If it says we're not going back, wouldn't that be like an invitation for ICE to pull you over?
I hope so. I don't know.
Let's get back to this terrible
God,
song.
but how many, if you did, I wonder how many guy gets no women buttholes.
No.
If he's getting any buttholes, it's men buttholes, right?
That's all, yes.
I mean, if you're getting a woman
because women are going, ew.
If you get the one woman who's showing her butthole, you're like, yeah, get her number.
Did you get married?
Forgiato blow being the operative word.
Yeah. Hope you got your bags packed, cause you're about to get deported. Oh Lord, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Cause we all know ain't nothing peaceful about these protesters. 25 on my hip and Trump is back for 47. But he's only one, man, we gotta do this all together. We're the patriots.
Boy, he spent like 3 minutes writing this song. This
and
is terrible.
he didn't. I don't think he had a guy work the board that ever worked it before.
This is terrible.
It's way distorted.
Yep.
It's set, red mega on the hat. Yeah, it's like that, and we ain't turning back. Bet you thinking that you brave with a different flag, waving, find out the hard way. You don't burn my flag. Raise up.
Because what? What have you done about it?
He wrote a song about it, babe. Very angry about it. He wrote a song. I think he's like
as
you
much
said.
as you can do.
He's so deep into this.
Too deep.
He can't turn back, and you can see he's deflated. He's got.
Yeah, it looks like he's like, oh man, it's
sucked
my
his
Trump.
soul.
The Trump train's going down. I'm going down. If it goes down, I'm going down with it.
Yeah.
Spent $4,000 on this wrap on this truck.
Trump didn't even turn over.
Snookman says nothing says I'm a piece of shit like face tats. I mean that still holds, right? Even though more people have it.
It's becoming very prevalent. Well, it's almost to the point where normal.
Oh, Jelly Rolls got them all over,
plenty
and
of-
everybody
yeah,
loves Jelly Rolls.
I mean, who else? Post Malone. He's got them all over his face.
I mean, can we not make that a
no? It's too late.
not a dirtbag thing?
There's some people that just do it. You know, at one point they're just like, all right, I'm becoming a little bit famous. The next step is to just get a bunch of fucking face tats, to put you over the edge.
Tom McDonald,
Island Boys.
I don't know if it works.
I mean, yeah, it's like they should look at those types of people and go, I don't want to be like Island Boys or
that used to be the deal. If you had a face tattoo,
or all those guys in prison.
You were a psychopath, and now you're not. Boo.
Yeah, but those, God, I can't believe how rich those guys were. Like everybody said, they were going to be such a flash in the pan, and they're figuring out a way to.
But are
just,
they? Or are they just telling you
rich?
they're rich?
Like they used to
I
rent
don't
out.
know.
I've heard multiple people say they're rich because some person paid them like $20 million to make out with each other, and now they.
Who would pay someone that kind of money to do that?
And then, the guy, have I ever played the guy that's like, every job I go to, I sue him, And that's, it's just casual, shooting the shit with other guys, and I have to end up getting fired and suing them for $20,000, every year. He fought one of the Island Boys just recently. It was kind of a slightly big deal, I think.
You want to know about the Island Boys?
Yes.
The Island Boys have an estimated net worth of $2 million.
It's a lot.
They gained popularity on TikTok in 2021 and have since expanded their presence to platforms like YouTube and OnlyFans.
OnlyFans? What are they doing on there?
I don't know. They reportedly make $389,000 annually from their OnlyFans account. They have sold tickets to their concerts.
I'm telling you, somebody paid him at least $1 million to make out.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, I heard that they kissed each other, but I want
to
see what the Island Boys do on OnlyFans.
Why? See, you're falling for it.
Island Boys at 19.
All right, here we go.
Because isn't
how rich are the Island Boys?
What'd you say?
Is OnlyFans is good for just any platform now? It's not just sexual.
I think you can do whatever you want on it. I think
Yeah.
most people are showing their junk and breasts and inserting things, but I don't know what these
You
guys
have
are doing.
to.
I'd be surprised if they weren't doing something like that. Who's going to watch? What are they doing on OnlyFans?
I have no idea.
Well, let's let this guy tell us.
At 19, twin brothers Alex and Frankie Venegas, a.k.a. Fly Sulja and Cody Akred, were dropping rough freestyles on social media. Back then, their net worth was around $30,000, mostly from YouTube ads and promo gigs. At 20, everything changed. Their I'm an Island Boy freestyle went viral on TikTok, turning them into internet celebrities.
I mean, that song is so bad, too.
Oh, it's awful.
Island boy,
staring at the sun, go full blown blind.
That's pretty bad that you guys know the words to it.
With brand deals, YouTube growth, and thousands rolling in from Cameo, their net worth jumped to about $250,000. By 21, they were earning up to $15,000 per Cameo night and reportedly made nearly $400,000 from OnlyFans, pushing their net worth to around $2 million. At 22, though, the hype cooled off, with spending on grills, chains, and a $1.67 million home, plus fading online interest. Their net worth dipped to about $1 million. Now at 23, they're still online, but the viral spark has faded. Their current estimated net worth, still around $1 million. How rich are the
Well,
Island
that ain't
Boys?
gonna last two of them their lifetime, that's for sure. Now they both got like girlfriends. I don't know if they're wives, and they're having kids.
They got
and
kids.
They're gonna end up paying those girls some money.
I mean, there was a video, they were calling out that guy that I was talking about. It's like some black guy who always says he's suing everybody.
Yeah.
I forget his name. I can't think of it.
Al Sharpton?
No, but he ended up fighting them, and the guy beat him in the first round, but it went like almost the full round.
Both of them? They fought both of them at the same time?
No, he was saying he was going to fight both of them, but I think he just fought one and beat one of the Island Boys, and they were in the corner crying. Like they just like that's their. I just don't get it, man. Like there's a video of them crying from getting beat up by their girlfriend. Like they're the biggest pussies in the world, and everybody just. They've kissed, making out with each other. Like, what is wrong with these guys?
I mean, would you kiss Weston's tongue for
how much?
I don't know, like $1 million.
$1 million bucks?
I don't know.
I mean,
times are tough.
Island Boys doing way better than you, buddy. You need to get some talent.
That's sad.
Some talent
That's
like
sad.
the Island Boys.
Those two don't have any talent except being frickin' idiots. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what I was looking for. Where's my deal? Looking for.
Now they got a couple of idiot
the match game.
girlfriends and a couple of idiot kids.
Yeah, that kid with his hammerhead eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't look too good. And they're coming with a new match game, babe.
Wait, weren't we in the middle of the song? Are we done
did we
with
never
that?
finish the first? It was so bad. I didn't
It
even.
was so glad we just moved on.
I mean, do we really want to go?
I don't think there's nothing. I pretty much got all I.
24,000 views 3 weeks ago. So he's really fallen off too. The Forgiato blow hype is not.
Not
what it used
Dion's
to
bathtub.
be.
What is that? $100. That is not $100. That's a fake $100.
He's trying to get
Come
me
on.
to make out with my brother.
$100 to make out with your brother.
No way.
No. Go in another direction. It says a bottle of wine and Xanax makes you forget you tongue kissed your brother.
Well.
Or a bucket of crawfish.
A bucket of
Yeah, see.
Trey's like,
The price tag is going, getting smaller and smaller.
Bucket of crawfish, $100. A bottle of wine and some Xanax. You almost got me.
He's there. We just got to talk Weston into it.
Mm-hmm.
Either with me or against me, 'cause I'm riding to the death. With a red, white, blue, my only
So much bass. I thought my headphones had gone defective.
There's something wrong with his face or something, or like it's like too much head. Like I don't know.
Too much face.
Too much face.
It's like his nose. The bridge of his nose is sunken or something. It makes him look like
some type of animal.
I don't know
like
what.
a beaver.
Oh, his teeth are too strong for his face.
Red mag on
Look how he's so over this. He's like, what have I done? What have I done?
Yeah, it's like that, and we ain't turning back. Bet you thinking that you brave with a different flag. Way to find out the hard way. You don't burn my flag. Raise up, raise up.
Way to find out the hard way. He ain't doing shit. He ain't stopping nobody from burning the flag.
Put the stars in the sky. Raise up for American pride. Raise up, another turn. Trump is back. Raise up, boy, I dare y'all to burn my flag. Raise up.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
Boo!
Terrible.
The sky. Raise up for American pride. Raise up.
Here he is.
Raise up, another turn.
He's checking the views on this video.
Yeah,
And
not
he's like,
good, honestly.
man, what have I done with my shitty career? It's even shittier now.
Raise
Damn, man. So, yeah.
Kurt. His name's Kurt.
Yeah. Nice try.
Kurt.
Everybody, both him and Tom McDonald realized that was a fleeting deal.
He was born in South Florida. It says he attended Admiral Farragut Academy. Isn't that in Clearwater?
Yeah, it is. Admiral Farragut. Oh, I bet there's some good pictures of him in school. chubby little kid getting picked on, probably.
There's not much else on him, but
Forgiato blow. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Man.
Oh,
so did you ever get Jamie the plumber gave $50 on PayPal?
When was this?
That was on the 4th.
On the 4th?
Oh, that was Monday.
that would have been
because we
4th.
no.
That
When
would
was
have
the 4th? Friday.
Oh, we weren't on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you, Jamie the plumber.
Thank you, Jamie the plumber. Dutchin, he gave us $5 yesterday on PayPal.
Thank you, Dutchin.
That's his stipend for
For
his daily
his
dollar.
daily stipend. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. If everybody would do that, that would help us tremendously. Thank you very much.
$1 a day
$1 a day.
keeps the government revenuers away.
Yeah.
Here's babe, the new match game, hosted by Martin Short.
Martin Short. How old is Martin Short?
He's got to get. He's got to
Yeah,
be in his 70s.
He looks pretty plasticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been
He's
that
still-
way for a while.
He's pretty spry.
Hi, I'm Martin Short, the new host of Match Game. The rules are so simple, even celebrities get it.
Are you guys as lost as I am?
I ask questions. Who knew so many people wanted to see a pig's blank? And the stars write down whatever pops into their
He's
head.
75.
He's 75.
Yeah.
Damn, he's looking pretty good.
I don't know about
It's
that.
You think he looks good for 75?
Crotch cozies.
Oh, this looks so stupid.
yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, I hate that lady.
I don't know.
She was on Saturday Night Live.
Anna Gasteyer. She was terrible.
And yes, the stars are aware that you'll be laughing at them, not with them. Why am I doing this?
Match
Oh,
game.
boy.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
That dog, that
What's
cigar
that
dog.
from?
Triumph the Insult Dog.
Yeah.
From Conan O'Brien, I think.
Oh, my
That looks terrible. That looks just god awful. Sean
They're trying to
Raz?
keep these stars alive with their since nobody cares about them anymore.
There's nothing but game shows on now.
I know.
TV,
It's all
just game
it's like who
shows.
watches all these game
I don't
shows
know.
on regular TV? I don't understand it.
Got the new one. So, they got to come up with new stupid game shows. This one is where you answer the questions, and if you're wrong, Trace, a giant ball comes from about
I
80
mean, I mean, that does look pretty painful. Well, I've seen it like a couple times. I don't watch the show, but you'll have it on right
It's on
before
right
the
before the
news.
news, so it takes
and I'll
it-
walk in and he'll play it, and I'm just like, God dang, that looked like somebody could sue them
so
over
stupid.
that thing hitting them and
Big ass
knocking them
ball
into the water.
rolls down a thing and hits him in the back and knocks him into a big pool of water. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Nice.
We're so art out. We're so art out in America.
I mean, every once in a while, we'll put like Jeopardy on, and we'll, the fan will be sitting there watching it, and we'll get one or two answers right, and be like, "Oh, look how smart we are." And then we keep watching it for about 15 minutes, and you're like, "That's enough Jeopardy for this year."
Yeah.
Sean Raz gifted a sub. Thank you, Sean.
He's gifted 100 and how many? I'll miss 166. That's a lot. Thank you very much. Sean.
He just gifted a sub to Jack Mahogoff.
Jack Mahogoff. Long time no see.
Oh.
VW Rick says, "Can I send it from my EBT?" That would be awesome.
Yeah. EBT.
Let's see if we could get a ClusterF lobbyist going and help us out to get EBT bits.
I'll just send you all my information. You sign me up. That's
Okay.
what.
We'll use Trace as our trial.
Yeah.
See if we can get some EBT action going here.
Put my social in the chat. Somebody get me some EBT.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Steal my debt.
We'll take all your EBT money. Send us an EBT card to get some groceries. So we'll do that. We can do that too.
Is it too late to call the credit card company and say my credit card was stolen?
What does that
3
mean?
years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. See, it's as usual. Well, so far, I got the other one right. Whatever one I played, and it was correct about the aquarium getting in with EBT.
Yeah.
So I'm 1 for 1 on truth today. This one says, this man saw a viral video of bread from Walmart being soaked and wrung out like a sponge, and he wanted to test it out for himself.
Soaked and
Like this.
and then what?
It doesn't.
Doesn't.
It's like
doesn't
a
fall
sponge.
apart,
Try this experiment, man, with Walmart wheat bread.
Let me get this on the screen. Here we go.
VW Rick says, "Please send me your info, Trace. I need a side by side."
Wanted to try this experiment, man, with Walmart wheat bread just to see if it's true. Bro, this ain't no fucking bread, dog. I don't fuck with Walmart anyway, but I don't know what the fuck this is.
He don't fuck with Walmart.
This a
Where
motherfucking
you getting
sponge or
shit
something,
from?
nigga. Like this. Wanted to try this experiment, man, with Walmart wheat bread.
What's the difference if you go to Walmart or if you shop from Amazon?
I don't think there is any difference, I think it's all the same amount of poison. Sometimes I don't get meat from Walmart. Like, I don't know if it's I don't know if that matters, or they're getting it just from the same fucking spot as Winn-Dixie is, or maybe you got to go to Publix to get something even just a teeny bit better.
It really sucks because, I'll sit down to a nice home-cooked meal by your mom, and I'll be thinking, well, this is nice and healthy, and I'm cutting into my chicken going, where is it?
No, chicken.
Or is it?
I even say that about vegetables. I'm like, I don't think we're getting the same amount of nutrition
I don't think so.
from vegetables that we used to get. So when they say eat, raw, like spinach and, stuff like that in salads, that raw vegetables used to be the best thing for you. And now you get freaking E. coli from it or, some kind of bullshit like that. And if they're all sprayed with Monsanto pesticides, the nutritional value is gone.
If
It's
poison.
It's actually a negative. It's not.
Yeah.
There's no positive. It's all negative.
Now I saw a thing that said the tomatoes. The worst part of tomatoes is the skin and the seeds inside. It's like, well, that's the tomato. There's not much more to it.
Yeah. The water.
There's a little bit of meat there, I guess, of the tomato, but who's going to do that? You're going to cut all the seeds out of your tomato and the skin off, and there's your, it's like, I used to think tomato, it's like, oh, I like tomatoes. I'll eat a tomato sandwich even. But no.
You can't buy non-poisonous bread in America. We don't make it here.
I need to try to make bread. That's one thing I've never made was
the
bread.
ingredients that we have in America won't even turn out good bread
They
like
say
other countries.
Don't eat any like oats. Any kind of oats in America is just poison, they say.
Yeah.
They said like
Oats and
oatmeal.
wheats
They said oatmeal is one of the worst things you could ever eat.
Oatmeal?
Is
Yeah,
oatmeal.
oatmeal for sure.
Even not just the, instant, any oatmeal. Say any kind of oats and stuff like that is just straight poison.
I mean, once we stop eating so much cereal for breakfast, that's when maybe we were making a turnaround. Like, I don't know how they convinced everybody to eat fucking candy for breakfast. Like, how the
Well,
fuck?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Cookie Crisp. It's cookies for breakfast. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about eating cookies for breakfast? All these things are terrible.
You pour milk on it, and you get a big bowl, and you think that you're actually eating, not that
Breakfast.
bad. Yeah, I don't eat cereal hardly at all anymore.
No,
I know. We used to eat a lot of cereal.
We used to eat cereal for dinner sometimes.
Yeah.
Just get a big. We got that peanut butter crunch in there. It's unopened still, isn't it, babe?
Oh, I think so. I forgot all
should-
about
we
it.
should
We
try
got
it.
it because
We should
Trace
try it out because
was
it's
saying
so loud.
He thought it
Peanut
was
butter.
Always stale-ish.
What, peanut butter crunch?
Yeah, so
Maybe
I bought
just
a box.
bag. I want to try some of yours because mine sucked ass, so I haven't got it again.
Well,
I bet I might as well not because it's poison anyway.
We're going to break out the peanut butter crunch here after the break.
And then I think,
Yeah,
I'm
let's bring it in.
going to make some bread. And it's like, well, are the ingredients I'm using just the same poison they're using?
It's not going to be as poisonous, but
Yeah,
it
not
will
quite.
be
It won't have
poisonous.
the preservatives and stuff in it, I guess.
I mean, this great value Cajun Trail mix.
That's the best.
I eat it.
That's
eat a
from
lot
Walmart.
I bet it's terrible
And
for
it's-
you. I bet it's horrible for
It's
you.
like their brand of trail. It's like Cajun Trail Mix.
Oh, it's
It's
really
all-
good,
it's
though.
so good.
You guys keep a lot of poisonous snacks around here. It's so hard,
I mean, it's nuts and those little sesame sticks
No, let's see the
and corn nuts.
Look at the ingredient list.
And that's not the ingredients, is it? There's no way. That's like
That's
a story
because-
about their nuts. What?
It's a story about their nuts.
It's gotta be.
Look at that.
Throw me. That's.
I think it's like
That's a story about their nuts. That is. Does it start down here? Do they make it look like? Because it says ingredients, and then it just continues.
Had to continue it.
Holy shit! Gosh, man, this is some real poison you got here.
I gotta have some.
Yeah, try more.
It's so good. I can't stop eating it.
God.
VW Rick, when parents quit parenting and start being friends and let their kids call the shots, then candy for breakfast. I keep seeing things too about that, reels about stop trying to be your kid's best friend. And that's what everybody does now. All the younger, I want to be the cool parent. I want to be the hot parent that all the girls hate when I take my kids to school. I want to be that parent and I want to be their best friend. And it's like, that's why kids are like they are, because there's no parenting going on. They want to be their best friend, and that's it. It's like, I don't think
That's
you
cool
can do
until
that.
they start being an asshole. You gotta tell them to
Yeah, you
fucking
can't.
stop
I don't
it.
think you can do it. It doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out. You can. I'm not saying be mean to your kid. You can just be a parent to your kid. You don't have to be their best friend that hangs out with them and their friends when they go to the mall or that kind of thing. But girls are so pathetic now. They can't handle that.
Social media. Social media's ruined an entire generation.
Yep. I mean, guys got turned into wimps and girls got turned into fucking, I don't even know what they are. They're just
monsters.
Fucking problem. A problem. They're girls that make their kids crazy. That's what they are.
They're crazy, and their kids are going to grow up to be even crazier.
Even more crazy,
Even
yeah.
more crazy.
It's trending.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many people. Every time I do anything with friends or anybody, family or anything, it's always the people that were, having the most trouble. That as soon as you get home, they're just like, had the best day ever at the river, with my fam. And you're like, you guys were arguing the whole time. I didn't see this great time. You took one picture.
Yep. They're cray. Girls be cray. You need to stop.
Here's Rampage Jackson. He used to be in the UFC. And he's being told that he thought he was natural, but he's been told he was on steroids.
What?
That clip of you on Ultimate Fighter when you're breaking the door, were you on roids yet?
No. No, I was.
I mean,
he's not on steroids, huh?
I mean, that's a fake door, right?
This
is a planned Ultimate Fighter breakdown, right?
I was gonna say, this. I watched this, and part of it was finding out that he was on roids, but this is so fake. This door is obviously fake.
It's really fake.
Look how fake this door is.
No, I wasn't.
And like we did that one with Gene Lasker the one time where we made the fake wall and he busted through the wall. And it was great. It was very entertaining, but it was fake. And I saw the clip. I don't watch The Ultimate Fighter, but it was on, when I turned on the TV, it was on.
Yeah.
And who's that guy? Cale Schoen? Is that his name?
I don't know. We watched the first season, I think, as a family, and that was it.
And he's just turned on. He's there. He's one of the coaches this year.
Yeah.
He's got a team, and some guy didn't know was in there, and he was like going, "I'm going to kill you."
They always it's typical UFC bullshit.
And so, then they end up, and Cale's trying to calm him down. And then they end up fighting, and nothing happened.
Yeah,
it's like this is all so fake. I've been a part of the entertainment industry, and everything in reality TV is 100% fake. And we used to know it was fake. It was called sitcoms and dramas. Yeah. And there was actors. Now we've got real life people faking shit, and it's terrible. It's horrible. And it's an embarrassment to this once great entertainment industry we had in this country. But he's going to be, was on steroids, I think.
No, when you say roids, motherfucker, I never done roids.
It is steroids.
No, it's not.
Testosterone is steroid.
No, it's not. It's a different molecule. That's what I was told.
No, it's not.
Yes, no, that's what I was told.
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth now. Testosterone is a steroid hormone. Roids and steroids, testosterone, all the same thing. Don't think roids, I think.
He's been on steroids his whole life.
He's trying to think real hard.
Tons of gear, tons of steroids, tons of roids. The reality is the amount size.
He's just gonna pummel him.
Rip him in half.
Like that door.
I did steroids.
Yeah.
But even though I was on testosterone, I was still natty.
Yeah, they lied. That's not true.
I don't believe that, man.
The truth, I swear. I swear to you.
He's pretty upset about it.
How does he not know?
That I don't know, because they told him that what was it? Testosterone is not a steroid.
I think he wanted to believe it was.
I didn't know testosterone was a steroid.
I don't even know anything about what's that testosterone or hormones or what. I don't know what's anything about steroids.
Oh, thank you for that take. Thank you. We're all dumber for hearing it.
Oops. Oh my gosh.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
That's funny.
Well, I've been drinking milk instead of almond milk.
Of what? Oh yeah.
But I think that what they do to the milk is, I thought milk was kind of gross before. I was kind of grossed out by milk.
Mm-hmm.
I drank almond milk and thinking it was made of almonds made me feel better about myself, or feel better. It just didn't seem as gross.
Yeah.
And then all it took was like one guy saying that almond milk's like the worst thing you can ever drink. And who knows if it is, but they're like, they just take the shitty almonds and shitty pieces of almonds and grind them up and put a bunch of this and a bunch of that in there and a bunch of this. And it's bad for, your heart, and it's bad for gout, and it's bad for this. And I was like, I guess I'll just start drinking milk. And then you read something about milk, and they're like, well, they're doing this to the milk, and they're doing this to the cows. And you're like, fuck, man. Like, you can't find nothing healthy in this country. You have to go to,
You can go to the feed store and get a gallon of milk for, how much is it?
$10, right?
The gallon of milk, the raw milk at the feed store.
Or was it more?
Yeah,
I can't
feel like
the
it
eggs
was
were
more.
Eggs are $10 to get the real eggs.
But I wonder what it tastes like. I'd like to get it one time just to taste
Well,
it.
we'll go back and get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs, because their eggs are good, nice
For
and big.
$350.
$350. Fucking sucks.
I think it was like $28 by our house.
And you couldn't even get people to drink milk out of a cow, straight from a cow. And now it's astronomical. And they say that's the only way to drink it, if at all. I mean, I don't know. Does other animals that no other animal drinks another animal's milk? So does that make it weird for us, or is that because they really can't?
They can't.
I don't know.
I guarantee when a lion kills a zebra that's nursing its baby, they lap that shit up.
That's
They go right for the udders. Go, this is good shit.
Yeah.
They just can't get much of it. It says, now I drink. I don't drink much almond milk at all. I don't drink milk that much.
Yeah.
So I'm not really worried about it. But it says unsweetened almond milk is low in calories, fat, and carbohydrates, but does not provide all the essential nutrients that cow's milk does. Well, I'm not drinking it for nutrients, so I'm going to continue to drink my little bit of almond milk a week.
Unsweetened original.
Yeah.
Not even the vanilla, because there's vanilla.
The sweet is sweet.
Yeah,
if you ever
and
had
there's unsweetened vanilla, but you drink the unsweetened original.
So I'm basically drinking white water.
Yeah, white water has a lot of ingredients.
Yeah. Toyo Tommy gifted a tier 1 sub. How many is that? 194. He's approaching 200.
Woo!
Impressive.
Thank you, Toyo Tommy.
I think it would take me the rest of the show just to count the ingredients on this fucking bag.
It's fucking preposterous.
I mean, that is, gosh, and you think of trail mix, you kind of
What
think of
could
healthy.
be in it if is it just, because there's just peanuts and maybe those sesame sticks that are so good they make them out of
potato starch.
That's it.
Maltodextrin, turmeric. That's not a bad
Turmeric.
one.
That is good for us.
Xanax gum.
Xanax gum. Give me some of those. No wonder he's over there eating it during the show.
Soybean oil, sunflower seed oil. That's all bad for you.
Bad for you.
Yeast, spices, onion powder. Those aren't too bad for you. Butter, corn syrup, natural flavoring, yeast. It's soy protein concentrate, onion powder, yeast extract, Cajun peanuts, vegetable oil, peanut oil, cotton seed oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil.
Man,
again.
What? You have to quit buying that, babe.
Yeah.
Boo.
Man, I mean, they say the oils, the seed oils, are what's bad for you.
That's what they say.
Then 5 years from now, they'll be saying every other oil is bad for you, and the seed oils are the way to go.
They just change it up now because they know that people, it took a while for all that stuff to catch on, all the stuff on Reels and TikToks. And, it took a while, several years to catch on, and now they know that people are clamoring towards whatever they hear, and then their algorithm gives them more and more of that.
Yeah.
I did it for a while. I was like, well, I got to get this, and I got to get this beef tallow for you, see if that helps you, or, I got to get this, and, this neuroscientist says this, and it's like,
blah,
they're all a bunch
blah,
of bullshit.
blah.
I mean, you can look and see, though, that, the one thing I'm 100% sure of is that eggs have to be better than cereal for breakfast.
Yeah.
That's got
more natural things that happen naturally.
Yeah,
They demonize eggs for a long time. saying it's
Yeah.
bad for
I
the
think they're like the
cholesterol.
best thing for you. It's
And that's what-
eggs.
and everybody quit eating eggs, and now everybody has dementia.
Yeah.
Because they need the cholesterol for your brain, is what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
We eat eggs at least 3 times a week over here. We eat the same thing. I don't know if I would ever change. Don and I eat the same thing for breakfast when we're not doing the show.
What
we
are
have
you
a,
eating?
have a fried egg,
Yeah.
1/2 of an English muffin, a patty of turkey sausage, and some pineapple jalapeno jelly, and coffee every day. And
Then we
and
change
I
it
look
up a
for-
little
I
on
look
the
forward to it every day too.
Did you eat the rest of my mashed potatoes? Did you make pancakes?
I might have.
Potato pancakes out of those?
Yeah, potato pancakes are the
Pretty good. I
they're
fried
the
them up too
good.
hard. I didn't think it was
You burn-
possible.
did you burn 'em?
I almost burnt them.
Oh, no.
They take
Yeah.
a long time to cook, though. Potatoes take a long time to cook,
As pancakes.
or as hash browns.
Yeah.
Take forever.
Yeah, the hash browns and the...
I'm weird when it comes to eggs. I don't know what's wrong with me when I won't eat like store-bought eggs, but I will eat.
Well, you guys
If I
have
s-
more opportunity out there in Webster to buy eggs from people.
Yeah,
We
everybody's
used to.
selling eggs.
We used to have that around here. There used to be someone, a couple people where they sell eggs, and now they quit. I guess it's because they were too expensive. I don't know.
I'm trying to do it where I can. I guess like I won't eat eggs from the store. I'll only eat natural eggs. But give me a shot of Jaeger and a Busch Light.
Yeah,
you
that's a little
you
crazy.
can only do so much. You can't brew your own beer. It's too much of a pain in the ass. Ink Spike says, I was on vacation last week. Did you guys ever eat chicken feet or vanilla
Oh, the chicken feet.
or vanilla
Oh.
ice cream with black pepper?
No, I want the vanilla ice cream
Okay.
with black pepper sounds good. And the chicken feet went bad, and we forgot to get more chicken feet.
Yeah, they went
Okay,
bad.
I can still get those for Thursday. Do you want to do it
Do
Thursday?
we want to do that?
Yeah, I mean,
guess
it's going to
so.
upset Jerry. But
We'll do it at the end of the show. That's what we do at the end of
Uh-huh.
Mike and Jerry show.
At
We-
the end of the Mike and Jerry show?
Well, because
Okay.
you don't
No,
want
I'm
to
fine.
eat on. You guys always like take
Yeah.
a couple bites, then you don't want to eat, and then it just sits there and goes bad. You don't want to. You want to eat it while it's hot, or try it. We'll try it all on the show, and then end the show, and then you can finish eating it.
Okay.
You just tell me what to get because no one ever helps me. And then when I go
Just
get stuff,
get
I come
chicken
home. They're
feet.
like, "Nah, not that." It's like, well, nobody would help me.
making stuff up.
I don't know what you
So
mean.
get chicken feet and something else.
No,
Should I
just
get
chicken
Jerry
feet.
a steak?
No, we're trying chicken feet.
But
Well,
Jerry
he's not
ain't
going to
gonna
eat chicken
try it.
feet. He's not going to do it.
Well, then we'll do it on the end of our show. What, right? Or what? We're just seeing what chicken feet taste like. Why would we?
Why would we what?
I don't
We'll
know.
figure it out. And we'll get some vanilla ice cream and black pepper, too.
Yeah.
We could do that on the bar show. That'd be a nice treat.
Vanilla ice cream. Okay.
And black pepper.
Well, I got that. I eat a lot of black pepper. I put that on everything.
I mean,
I hope
nobody-
that has some kind of
It
health
doesn't.
benefit.
I'm sure it doesn't.
I'm sure.
But
Used to.
I think
Used
people
to.
see me. People see me. I've never seen anybody see me put pepper on something and not be like, "What's with all that pepper?"
Spice it up, pepper sauce.
Yeah, I mean, when I open the other side of the pepper where it pours out, just fucking to where I can't even see my food. You gotta dig through the pepper to
He's
get to my
saying
food.
you saying you don't have a pepper shaker.
No, I don't have a pepper shaker.
Don't? How do you keep your pepper? Oh, out of the tin?
Yeah,
Out of the
the-
thing? Okay.
That's what he's saying. He opens the other side.
I thought he meant to open the shit. Some have those shakers that you can open. So he
No.
just opens up the whole thing.
Yep.
Spice it up.
I
pepper
finally
sauce.
realized that with your fucking pepper shaker. I always thought it was out of pepper, but it's just got really small holes and takes forever.
It
So
does
now
take
I
a
just
while.
unscrew the fucking lid.
Oh, and it all comes out from around the lid. A lot of it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Time
Let's-
for a break.
Time for a break. We'll be right back.
Why
Don't
don't
forget.
you have any food in this house?
Does he
You need-
bitch when I
Oh
don't
my
when I have too
God.
much food,
Jeez.
and then
When are
he
you gonna
bitches?
get your EBT card?
Imagine all the snacks we'll have in the trays. Gonna have
I try to always
crawfish,
have food. but, yeah,
lobster.
sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Be balling when we get that EBT stuff. You down with EBT?
Yeah,
That
you
was
know
the
me.
EBT.
You know me. We'll be right back with more ClusterF.
This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one. What the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot. White, how hot? So hot your brain about to fry. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one. What the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot. White, how hot? So hot your brain about to fry. Check it out. I roll with Swisher Sweets, and all day long I'm down to smoke. When it comes to cheap and dope, it's gotta be dro to make me choke. What's the word up on the low? I'ma let you know soon as I hear that dro gon' take a few hours, but I got hookups on that pure. What you want, player, what you need, come to you, no stems or seeds. Twist it up just as quickly as you get it, and you will see. Switch your sweets and greenery gon' leave you floating like the sea. Caribbean islands where I find them dope dealers supplying me. I got no time for your bullshit. When you say you ain't got my goods, check your references and find out I'm reliable in the hood. Give me bam, I wish you would. You'll see just how Lil White work. Say you pushing Thunder Chicken, bag it up, let's watch it twerk. If it's some dirt, then you'll get no cheese in return when I come back. The only reason I do that's to get a refund on my stack. But if it's fire, I'm coming back to get some more, and that's a fact. Best to believe it's gotta be good at green, that's where it's at. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one. What the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot. White, how hot? So hot your brain about to fry. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one. What the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot. White, how hot? So hot your brain about to fry. So you gotta quote a key or some of that California chronic. If it's fire, I'm jumping on it, and if it ain't, I'm bouncing off it. Ain't no profit coming back off big old bag of Bobby Brown. Soon as I get that shit, I'm Fraser bound and down to smoke a pound. I never frown as long as that Mary Jane is all up in my system. Too bad you missed them. What them 6 blunts that we turn to victims? It's on again, like you got a 2-liter Coke and a fifth of pen. Stepping in everywhere you go, falling down, cause your 10 sheets in the wind. Throwing up, nothing but liquor in bud. Slow your road, dog, you too fucked up. You gon' end up like the rest of them fools, face down in the flow, cause you got $2. I got some problems, just like you do too, but there's always tomorrow. We'll both solve them. Pass me the blunt, I'm getting tired of hitting on this bottle. It's almost over for me and you. My ass about to pass out. One more thing before I go, never mind, just put that fucking dope out. I'm smoked out, and there ain't no way I'm gonna keep on going. I should've been in bed a long time ago. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one. What the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot. White, how hot? So hot your brain about to fry. This is my smoking song. It ain't very long, but guaranteed to get the job done. Smoke one. What the fuck you waiting on? Get high. I love to blaze your high as the sky, but it get hot. White, how hot? So hot your brain about to fry.
Hey, this is Trace, and this is my new song, Country on a Budget. Yeehaw! Flat tires, broke cars, bad chicks, no bras, big boat, motor stalls in the woods, not the mall. Yeah, call it country on a budget. Yeah, call it country on a budget. Y'all know me, you know I'm country on a budget. They always say I'm broke, yeah, that shit gets redundant. Got no cash, but I've been there and I done it. Grab the keys, we bout to go mudding. Ride around, sipping Crown, roll a blunt, we'll burn it down. Tearing up this little town, stealing from the lost and found. Flat tires, broke cars, bad chicks, no bras, big boat, motor stalls in the woods, not the mall. Yeah, call it country on a budget. Yeah, call it country on a budget. Drove my 4x4 till my wheels fell off. Then I had a big fart and she caught a waft. Now I got no girl and I got no
truck. All I got's my horse, hope I don't get bucked up. Riding around, trying to find some cash so I can get another fucking truck to crash. That's what I love, and that's what I do. Got some money for gas, then you can come too. Got the truck so stuck that we couldn't budget. Now that's what I call country on a budget. Flat tires, broke cars, bad chicks, no bras. Big boat, motor stalls in the woods, not the mall. Flat tires, broke cars, bad chicks, no bras.
Call up them girls, we gon' get it lit. Every time we smoke a blunt, we get lit, yeah. Welcome back to ClusterF. Don't forget The Hang tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Another stellar episode of The Hang tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. ClusterFshow.com. You get The Hang overtime, the only place in the world you can get it. Also, this week's edition of Mike and Trace Country Countdown. Bar show this week, Friday night. I want to text Ryan, see if we can get him, buddy.
All right.
We all know how that goes.
I don't know.
I got a little peanut caught in my throat. From my toxic trail mix, so.
I'm gonna kill you one way or another.
One way or the other.
Oh yeah, I think might be a bad day to do them. I'm feeling a little light today. Feeling lighter than yesterday.
Here we go. Trace weigh in. What were you yesterday? 180. 185.
I was heavy yesterday.
Woo.
Oh. What are they saying? They thinking I'm fatter?
Crystal Gale 180. Ned's Navy 183. Ink Spike 183. Kevin JK says 186.
Oh God, I'm hoping I'm going down, not up.
Here we go. Snookman 184.
Yeah, you gotta come look at it. I'm
Tucson Chick 200.
today. I haven't messed with the scale. What is it?
Looks like it was borderline 179.
Borderline 179.
180, 179. So Crystal Gale got that one then. Good for you, buddy. Losing weight at a record clip.
I differ like 5 to 10 pounds a week.
That's why they say you can't really look at the scale.
Yeah.
Just go by actual what you look like.
Whew. I still look fat.
It's time for Trace's TikTok treasure chest. He's poured through hours of idiots acting like morons to get these tasty TikToks just for you.
You got a lot of stuff here on TikTok, Trace.
Yeah.
Is any of it any good?
I've been trying to hit save instead of sending you the nonsensical ones.
Yeah. But you've been sending me.
Oh, this one. The first one up there's the F1 deal, right? That
this
one.
One?
I keep hearing how hard F1 is, and
to race.
It gets me interested. Not enough yet to watch a race, but just enough to be like, oh, I guess you better respect those guys a little bit more. Like, I guess this is how hard some of the stuff.
Yeah.
This is the training and stuff they do.
Go! Come on, Fiona! Come on! All out, everything! Come on! Keep going!
Get it any other time, because it's probably harder to come.
Good! Come on, buddy! Up! Good! Push! Good! Pull! Up!
See, in a little bit of a way, it seems like it's like driving a fucking jet, a jet. Because there's
I guess so. So much G-force and they're going so fast.
Cool.
Is she pressing the accelerator?
I don't know. Maybe probably the brake.
The brake?
11 out of 10. It's like my bones is crushing.
Let's go! Come on, show what you got. Come on, Fiona, you got this. Come on. And up.
It's 10 out of 10 up. As you can see, my shoes are off, so I'm just like falling apart.
1 and up. go, Fionn, go, 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 go. Boom, 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 boom.
Man.
Decently strong, so I say 7 out of 10.
And yeah, that's impressive. It didn't make me want to watch it though.
I didn't. Me neither. What is it? I fucking forget. Oh, have you ever been sore? I'm sure you guys haven't. But like,
what is that supposed to mean?
Like, have you ever got like hurt your knee or like your ankle or toes from pressing your gas pedal so hard?
Pressing my gas pedal so hard.
For so long.
I mean, I've been, when you realize that like you could go boom on your gas pedal and go just as fast as when you push as hard as you can.
I've never pushed my gas pedal hard at all.
I mean, I'm not anymore. I don't do that to cars and nowadays because the brake.
Have you finally learned your lesson?
I've kind of learned my lesson.
Trace
I think the
learned a
last
lesson?
car
I don't
did
believe
it on was like the Kia. I'd be doing like 100 miles an hour, getting on the on ramp, and then do like 130 all the way to Webster. By the time I get there and I let off the gas, I'd be like, man, I was pushing probably 200 pounds of pressure on that gas pedal when all I needed was 2 pounds of pressure the whole time.
130 miles an hour, and he wonders why his Kia didn't last.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we got a grasshopper dude. We got this guy. Is that the one I played?
You like this guy? I think.
Is it a different?
He's got a bunch of different ones. We'll see what this
is. Is it a dirt bike guy?
Yeah, it's a dirt bike guy.
Ink Spike, I don't get horn hand because I don't have a horn that works.
It gets worse than horn.
Although I do.
Broken bones.
She gets broken blood vessels in her palms from trying to slam on her
broken
home.
knuckles from punching it.
Let's see if this guy's got another.
Like I don't know how I feel about what this guy's saying here. This is what I always do bitch about. But like on a boat. But at the same time, you are inviting people out on your boat. I don't know if you should pay for them or if they should. If somebody invited me out on their boat, I might just be like,
you just show up,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm thinking.
I might show up too.
A lot of the people who want to get invited on boats don't seem to know that boats cost money. And boats are fueled on fuel and snacks for the people who own the boat. They're just like, oh, cool, I'm coming on the boat today. Free boat rides, everybody. And I'm out there just like grabbing ropes and stuff and telling them like, no, not that rope. They never.
That's Trace for sure. You never know.
Know which rope to grab. That's another reason. You know what? Maybe like the lake life hasn't chose you. And there's a reason that you're on the land a lot. Because maybe like your body has not translated to being good on the water. Maybe you're just not cut out for my pontoon. Have you thought about that? But these people just go, why don't I ever get an invite on the boat? Because you never bring your own cooler. And then, looks like you're drinking all of mine. To fill up a pontoon boat, it costs a little bit more than $20, my guy. But we'll get done at the dock. I'm baking like a lobster. I've got no waters in my cooler left. And they're like, hey, here's a 20. We had a great time on your boat. My guy, I want to take that $20 bill and crumble it up and give it back to the lake. A lot of the people who...
That's funny. Although...
This guy could be Trace's best friend. They feel the same about everything.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, though.
They could bring stuff. I would always bring stuff. But I don't know about my own cooler. You only want so many coolers on your boat.
Yeah, don't be, I usually bring a big cooler.
Money would be, I guess, the only thing.
It's not that big of a deal.
But if you get invited on someone's boat, it's usually, they don't usually ask you for gas money. But if it's that kind of thing, if you're like someone younger and you got a boat, your friends want to go on it, it'd be like, everybody pitch in for, it's got to be.
Really, the only thing that I've ever got mad about is like when, I've taken, 7, 8 people out And it was, you know, going to be for a day or two, and I'm spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And everybody, I was like, you know, just bring, you know, if you could, you know, in the invite, be like, bring $20.
Yeah.
You know, and then just trying to get it from 7 or 8 people. So that, you know, I don't want to have to be like, hey, did you bring that? I'd rather you just give me
Walk
the
up and
$20.
hand it
You
to
know,
me.
hand me the $20
Yeah.
instead of, you know, we're loading up at the end of the night, and I have to be like, so did you bring
Yeah,
that $20?
$20
You're like, well, I got my card. Do you have Apple Pay? I'm like, God.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
don't bring that Apple Pay bullshit. You got a Venmo? You got Apple Pay? No, just give me cash. That's all I want.
I mean, I'm definitely bringing. At least I'm bringing a 12-pack.
Oh, yeah, you got.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we'll do one more on Trace's
so
TikTok
funny.
treasure chest. Tell me which one to do here, buddy.
You can do it.
I don't know what this one is.
Sean said he sent another Karen.
We can do that. We can do that Thursday.
Oh, this guy's going.
This guy?
The guy below it, I think, the airplane guy. This is the only video I've really seen of him. This is his last video.
Before he died.
No, I guess he's he's in jail in Antarctica.
Oh, he flew over.
He
Antarctica?
flew over. You know, he took his whole TikTok thing was about going to fly all the 7 continents.
Yeah.
And he did only posted like a video of each one, but he's kind of going viral because he did go to Antarctica. And they're about to send him back, and then whatever country he flew from sent their military out there to arrest him. But he's got I've seen videos of him with his phone, and they're saying he's being able to get in touch with people. But I thought this is when he said, you know, he says he's flying to Europe, but he flew to Antarctica, and this was the last video on his TikTok. I was like, this is kind of badass.
You already know what it is. And so,
yeah, fucking government. I'll fly to Antarctica if I want to.
How's he afford his plane?
I don't know.
The YouTuber probably. Why is it illegal? Why is it illegal to fly over Antarctica?
Nobody's allowed to own Antarctica from some treaty back in the day. And I don't know. I think
seems pretty suspicious.
It is suspicious, you know. They're trying to figure out what to do with this guy. And I don't know what they're going to do, but why can't you just fly around? I mean, I guess there could be a reason. You know, I guess does everybody have a base in Antarctica? I think there's a lot more bases and airports and stuff like that than you think.
I see.
You know, like when I was a kid,
they don't tell you a lot about it.
I don't think they tell you about all the different bases and stuff. You know, you look up how many people are in Antarctica right now, and it's like 3 people. You know, but I think that's like 3 people that.
Says there are over 70 research stations scattered across Antarctica, representing approximately 30 different countries. How big is Antarctica?
I think it's pretty fucking big.
It says there are no commercial flights to Antarctica. Specialized charter flights are arranged by tour operators. These flights depart from cities in South America, Australia, and South Africa.
Yeah, you can take a tour, but you can't go there your own.
Says Antarctica is 14.2 million square miles. Actually, 5.275 million square miles. I don't know what that means.
Bigger than the United States.
Yeah, bigger than it.
Really?
It's 40% larger than Europe.
I didn't know it was that big.
Now you know. Yeah, it looks pretty big.
You know, everybody's got questions about it. You know, you get into as soon as you go to like his comments, it's all crazy. Like, what the fuck's going on down there? Why can't you go visit it? And then you get, you know, everybody's posting the Admiral Byrd type shit. That guy went and there was, you know, met the aliens and other people that have went and been like, you know, once they got past the ice wall. You know, so far it turned into lush green
Tropical
paradise. Just a lot of suspicious stuff going on down there.
Going on.
You know, and then you also see his video, which I guess he just went to a base, and there is just normal stuff down there. Why can't you just fly over it? You know, I want to just do
I mean, it's not like, it wouldn't seem like a ton of people would be flying over it.
There's not much need to.
Yeah, I don't know. Something going on. Here's Matt Gaetz. He says they're lying about the Epstein stuff. He says they're lying.
Who's Matt Gaetz?
He's the guy that was going to be.
molester.
He's going to be state. Was he head of the State Department or something? But then something happened and he withdrew. He's also accused of having sex with underage girls.
You got a 99%
on
issue.
Epstein. Bill Barr is the one that needs to be called in to give sworn testimony on what happened there at Bureau of Prisons, because that is not that. There's just no way that the story you're getting is the real story there. No freaking way, and Bill Barr knows it.
I think most people believe that, right? Like it's like no way that that's.
I actually think it was I actually think that on Epstein, it was a foreign government that took him out. I don't think it was a domestic enterprise.
Really?
I do. I'm not going to say which one, but
I don't think. I mean, if a foreign government took him out, it would have to be in concert with the United States.
Yeah, right.
So we would have to be completely complicit. You can't go into a prison, I don't think, and kill somebody without the United States. Somebody like Epstein,
Yeah.
and without the United States being involved in it
Right.
or knowing about it
Yeah.
at least.
Yep.
I don't think it was domestic inspired to take out of him. I think that was a foreign operation.
When did he say
government
this?
sponsored?
I don't know when this is.
He wouldn't have been saying it now that he's in higher up, would he?
Oh well, he's not. I don't think he's even in.
Oh,
anything.
did he get?
I don't think he's anything.
Oh, they tried to get him in, and then they denied him.
No, I think he dropped out, which means that they're like, hey, you better drop out.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the Grinch or something.
Yeah, he's got a weird
It's
look.
pissing me off.
So foreign operation took out Epstein inside of our prison.
Yes.
So they must have been allowed to.
Oh, I think it was in concert with.
Well, there we go. It was in concert with us.
People in our government. Wow. But not at like some low level guard getting bribed kind of way.
Yeah.
At a state to state level.
So that's probably a lot of party interests in keeping that under wraps.
You better believe it. Weapon systems at play, global deals at play.
Interesting. You have evidence to back that up?
I just am positing it as a theory.
I don't think you can ever have evidence.
No.
The government is way too shady to have evidence of that you can get.
Or if you did have it, you wouldn't have it for long.
Yeah.
And you'd get offed.
I'm trying to look up what this the show we've been watching with the kids. It's like just appropriate enough to watch with kids.
To
where it's like The Cringe or something.
Son of a Critch.
Son of a Critch. That one. I think that's the one I kind of stayed up late watching last night.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Is it a kids thing?
It's not. It's more of an adult thing, but would be more related. The kids like it, so it's something you can watch together with the kids. So that's why I've been watching it. But it's not too bad. I don't know if I would suggest watching it if you don't have kids, but after watching so much, I'll get into it and keep watching
What's
it.
not appropriate for kids? What's it about?
What do you mean?
I thought you said it was. You're not sure if it should be for kids.
It's fine, it's not. It doesn't. We just watch it with them, but it's not bad at all, really. So we don't have to. It always will take you somewhere where you think they're about to go. They're about to do something bad. Like the kid. It's about this kid going to school at this Catholic church or whatever, and he was wanting to be a priest at one point in the show. He's like, I'm going to be a priest, and they invited the priest over to the house, and the kids, they're like, I don't know if you want to be a priest right now with what's going on, you know, with the Catholic Church, and the kid's just asking, you know, what what happened, you know, and the whole thing is they raped a group of kids at something, and you think they're about to say it, and they kind of cut off, and just you kind of gotta know what happened yourself.
So then you got to talk to your kids about that Catholic Church yourself.
Yeah, that was of course Bella rolls over. What happened at the game? Like, you know, they abused some blind kids.
Yeah, don't ever find yourself alone with a priest. Of course, they don't like little girls, do they?
I think it's just because there's no altar girls. It's altar boys.
Yeah.
And that's the way they like it. Malcolm McDowell's in it. He's a good actor. He's the old guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's pretty good.
It's a pretty good show. It's just, but that's it. You know, it's nothing super special.
Yeah.
It'll get me laughing every once in a while.
That Little Lunch is pretty good.
Yeah, it's better than that. It's definitely better than that. The Little Lunch is kind of...
It's for kids. It's more for kids.
That's more for kids.
It's the Australian ones, and it's kind of filmed like an Office kind of deal where there'd be where the kids will be talking to the camera and stuff. It's interesting.
It's not bad. You know, there's a lot worse stuff out there on.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what's true. I preface everything I play with I don't know what's true, but this is definitely a Jaguar ad. And allegedly, their sales have plummeted since they aired this ad. They said 90%. I was like, I find it hard to believe it. That would be the economy, baby, but not an ad.
That's the economy right now. They're blaming it on this ad. I mean, I don't think there's
any ad could be this bad.
You know, if there's a car that I'm gonna get, like I'm gonna get that car.
I wouldn't even care about the ad.
No.
Most people have never seen this ad.
No, nobody has. I don't know. I might not buy a Jaguar now. What the fuck is going on?
Are they making us a country of creatures?
Fucking weirdos.
A bunch of weirdos.
Does that make you want to buy a Jag?
No, I don't.
You gotta rebel against it. You gotta rebel.
They forgot how to make car commercials. People want to see you putting 200 pounds of pressure on that fucking gas pedal. You know, nice tires and nice long hood on the Jaguar. They want to see whatever the fuck. That wasn't a Jaguar commercial. You're fucking with me.
That was a Jaguar commercial. Let's see. I'm looking for the SID. Jaguar's massive 97% sales collapse. Let's see what's going on, if I can figure it out.
Yeah.
It's actually very misleading, okay?
Yep.
The Jaguar used to be, I thought, a unique looking car. Now it just looks like any other sedan on the road.
Man, a lot of cars look like that.
Yeah.
You know, some cars
Like,
look
I
nice.
wouldn't want one now.
But some cars, you're like, that's a fucking Mercedes-Benz. It just looks like a normal fucking car.
Yeah.
You know, some of them do, some of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
They said its sales are down 97% in Europe, but because production was halted. I don't know. I'm not going to get that deep into the article, but I'm sure it wasn't because of the commercial.
I'm not going to get one because of that commercial.
If everybody saw the commercial, it might be true. But I don't think I didn't see that.
What was that commercial about? Be Vivid, I guess.
They probably countries get money for doing DEI. So if they're making a commercial that's diverse and inclusive, they're getting money from the government.
Man,
that's the government just pushing that.
Yep. The government definitely pushed it hard.
And what is it called?
DEI.
And they say that a lot, like on the news, DEI.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even think that's the right initials. Anytime I've heard that, I was thinking do it yourself.
DYI.
I was thinking DIY.
DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Oh, it's so much worse than do it yourself.
It is. It's so much.
I wish nobody would have
it's
told me.
So much worse.
Talking about doing it yourself.
Get with it, Trace. Get with it.
All right. This is Brett Weinstein. And I don't even know who he is, but he's always on social media. He's gonna
He's a smart guy.
He's gonna explain to you, how they control people, and through the media, and it's pretty.
He's usually pretty good.
He's usually pretty good.
You had the mainstream that did terrible things during the pandemic and promoted a tremendous amount of fiction, and you had a fringe. Yes, some of the fringe people were crazy, but all of the dissidents ended up driven to the fringe, right? Where they became...
Right. I was driven to the fringe during COVID. Yeah. Were you driven to
Yeah,
the fringe?
always.
We were all driven to the
oui.
fringe. We were all driven to the fringe here.
free to say what was true, and then it was up to the public to figure out whether or not to listen. But here's the problem. In the middle, you have a huge number of people who didn't know what to think and dismissed the fringe. They probably got their shots. They probably worry about the fact that they got their shots. And they are now in an uncomfortable spot. They don't want to worry about the consequences of what they accepted. And they really don't emotionally like having to acknowledge that the people that they agreed were crazy actually were making sense.
See, that's what it is. See, that people can't admit they're wrong, and they just can't do it in America now. You cannot admit you were wrong, no matter what the evidence is that you were wrong.
Right? That's a very uncomfortable realization. So you get a bunch of people in the middle engaged in a game that I call the middle ground scramble, where they are now going to scold the fringe. Oh, those people, yes, the pandemic didn't turn out to be what we thought, but those people on the fringe, they actually were crazy. And then they scold the mainstream. Yes, we can all agree that out of an abundance of caution, things were done that in retrospect, blah, 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 blah. They scold both sides, and they ascend because the vast number of people who wants to acknowledge that something bad happened without empowering the fringe that they demonized will empower these people in the middle. And the reason I say this is a tragedy, is that the middle ground scramblers do not have a track record that tells you that they actually know anything that would allow them to avoid this the next time. So by promoting them, we effectively guarantee that it will happen again.
Boom! Bam. There's nothing you can do to stop the sheep from being the sheep. There's nothing you can do, especially when you've got very powerful forces trying to control the sheep. So it's not a very pleasant thought.
Can you buy me a sheep costume?
Might as well just walk around in sheep costumes all day long.
Oh yeah, speaking of costumes, I got a bunch of the Hogan stuff. Forgot to bring it in here for you. But you saw it. It was on the washer.
Woo! I'll be wearing it.
Fresh Hogan stuff.
Fresh Hogan stuff.
Fresh Hogan stuff. Very exciting.
And you already got yellow T-shirts, right?
I got all this stuff.
You got all that.
I need to figure out when I'll have everybody here at the same time.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you. I think that was it Town and Country gave us money for that?
They told me.
Somebody did.
Kevin was going to get it, and then Town and Country.
Yeah, Kevin messaged me. I never messaged him back. I forgot.
That sounds about right.
Well, I heard we also got some, so I was like, I don't need it anymore.
Is that guy still bugging you on
No, he's left me alone. I think he left me a bad review. I needed to check out my own. I don't know how to get to my own Facebook marketplace to check out how I want to see my reviews.
Me to show you?
Yeah, let's bring up my reviews in my markess.
Well, that would be on your phone. It's on your phone.
It's just on your phone, not on.
Nah, I mean let's just look up. I think you could look up something I'm selling.
Okay.
So what should I go to, your messages or your Facebook page?
I think you just
No, you go to
your
yours.
marketplace. I think you go to marketplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's my marketplace?
Go to the house
Okay, I'm going to the
icon,
house.
and then on the left, go to marketplace. And then you got to type in, what do you got for sale there, Trace?
Let's do a canoe trade for small dirt bike.
Trade for...
Let's see if that one comes up. Oh, there it is.
Right here?
Yep.
All right. Oh, it's a nice... You still got it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's the motor. One of the main reasons was the motor was just a lot shittier than I thought it was, sitting in my shed.
Yeah.
And I put up, it's for sale, and then I kind of checked out the motor. I'm like, man, it's kind of a piece of shit. I don't even feel right selling it. But
where do you go to get the...
I don't know. I've never
trying
been.
to-
I'm seeing if it's got any, if it's saying,
see.
if it's got my reviews or... I don't see any reviews anyway. Did you like it? Maybe that'll help me.
I want to see reviews, man.
Oh, does it have reviews?
I ain't no.
Seller details is not on there.
Oh, I usually see some seller details from people. I don't know where at.
I mean, it says seller details, but it doesn't say reviews. It just says follow. Let's see.
Let me see if I can
Hi, is this available?
I got a lot of those.
Send them that.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere I can find the gimmicks.
Yeah, I cleaned up the boat nice and good to sell it, and then I never sold it. I just can't. I also can't bring myself. I haven't used it in so long that I'm like, well, I don't need it. But also, like, sometimes you're like, it comes in very handy to have a canoe. Somebody invites you to go camping or to a river or something. You're like, oh, I'll bring my canoe.
When's the last time you used your canoe?
It's been over a year. I also have a pontoon boat and a paddleboard, so...
So who needs a canoe?
So who needs a canoe?
I'm not a huge fan of canoes.
I'm not either, and my that electric motor I bought before, like, the times had changed. I bought that canoe for $80 and a trolling motor, an old used trolling motor for $30. And that was like 15 years ago. Now they're still worth way more 15 years later than what I bought.
You should have bought 100 canoes and 100 motors, buddy.
Yeah,
You'd be rich now. You'd be rich.
I kept them in a shed. Gosh, you would be rich, man. People, especially a year or two ago, people were paying so much for stuff on Marketplace.
Yep.
It's died down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's calmed down. Not enough to where I used to buy like a dirt bike or a four-wheeler a month on Facebook Marketplace when I had my old house.
When you were balling.
When I was balling. Now I got a dirt bike with a flat tire. Fuck, I tried to change that damn thing. It was impossible. It was if you don't have the right tools for a little teeny dirt bike tire like that, like, don't even try it.
So you still got a flat tire?
Yeah, I gotta take it somewhere and get it changed.
Take it. Where we took the lawnmower tire was that
He tried.
What? Goodyear?
Goodyear.
No, the place up in the Kmart Plaza up by Collier.
Yeah.
In the end there by the Pizza Hut. What's that? Country Club Automotive or whatever it's called. I forget
Country
what
Club
it's called.
Automotive.
And they're the ones that fixed and they did it for free. I don't know if they'll do that anymore, but
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, nobody's doing.
I mean, I want to go to. I know Affordable Motorsports to do it, but one thing about them is they're not affordable. Usually when I go there, they work on a lot of the cheaper shit. If you're gonna be working on real cheap shit, you gotta charge cheap prices.
That's right.
Yeah. Snookman says, "I got a free Tundra for you, Trace. Just come get it."
Where's that at?
Down in, I forget, Venice area.
Down
What
south.
does
Down
it mean
south.
he's got a free tundra for
I
me?
don't know.
Who's
Does it
saying
run?
this?
Snookman.
I don't think he's got a wine bottle. He's gonna crack over your head.
He wants you to go out on his boat with him too.
Yeah.
And then don't pay
Nude.
no never mind to that brick.
What's that guy's name? Who took the 3 girls out there?
Yeah.
Oh, I've always known
What's his name?
See, this is what you get when you try and
Somebody
offer
will tell
us
us.
free stuff. You're gonna kill us and butt fuck us or something. I'm concerned about this tundra. I'll drive wherever.
Yeah, he wants it for sure. Inglewood. Oh,
hell's
what
that
was
guy's
his
name?
It was
I
like
got-
a girl name or something weird like that. Oba Chandler.
Oba Chandler.
Yeah, thanks, Ned's Navy. Oba Chandler. Yep.
Snookman Chandler.
I mean, talk about. Thanks, Mom. Talk about a dumb fucking bitch taking her
Oh, my God.
daughters out with some fucking guy she met on vacation. Just
Yeah.
come down here and meet some creep that says he'll take you out on his boat, and then he freaking kills you and your daughters. I can't remember if it was 2 daughters.
2
or
daughters. Cement blocks over the bow.
One. How could the 3 of you not three? So 3 girls could not overcome one man.
Well, I mean, you get a guy.
I guess if he roofied him or something.
Well, he's got
I
a
don't
gun.
know.
He's got a gun, I would imagine. And he's like, all right, girls. And then he ties them up. And then.
Made them tie each other up, probably.
Yeah, and then Then I'm sure.
I mean,
he did,
there's nothing
I'm sure
to
he
do
did
but
other
fight.
stuff.
You can. You have to
You
fight.
have to fight.
You can't let someone out on the water tie you up. You know you're going to die. You have to fight.
It's the implication. It's the implication.
Dennis.
It's the Always Sunny one.
Oh.
We take,
Yeah.
take girls out on the boat because there's the implication.
Yeah.
So yeah. See, Snookman says it's where did he say it?
270,000 miles.
Bed is 8 up and it runs. Just sitting.
What does
in my
that
yard.
bed is 8 up mean?
Rusted out.
Rusted out. I don't know.
Tracy's like, well, how do I get my dirt bike in there then?
Yeah, how are you going to keep all that trash in the back of your truck?
It falls out the bottom.
It's going to work.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need a truck bed with holes in it so the trash can fall out.
That's perfect. It's perfect for him.
Perfect. So all the leftover bait can fall out.
Yeah, it's all junk.
Then it hits
Roll
the
out.
tires and it splatters all over your car, and then your car smells.
No.
Perfect. He'll be down there tomorrow.
I mean, it sounds kind of good. I don't know.
If it still runs. Would it make it no tailgate? So
Who
would
needs
it
a
make
tailgate? Who
it back
needs a tailgate?
all this way? That's about what, 2-3 hour drive?
You know, if it makes it, it makes it. If not, I'm just leaving it on the side of the road. You know, that's one of those times when you use those tags you got laying around the house.
I don't know. That's the time you
That's a-
don't. You
yeah,
know
it's a
the
long drive.
cop will get behind you and run that tag for sure.
I think, well, the only time I've done that is like, because they say like when you first buy a car, you have 30 days to put a tag on it.
Yeah, if you have it, but
you
you
got a
have to have a
temporary-
dealer temporary tag.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't just
Are you
make your own temporary tag.
I thought you just didn't have to have any tag at all for the first 30 days you had it.
No, I don't.
I don't think
so.
that's a
I think you
thing.
have to have a temporary
Where do you
tag
get a
from
tag
dealer.
from?
From a dealer. What do you mean?
What if I don't buy it from a dealer?
You mean a regular tag?
Yeah.
From the DMV.
So
what
I
you
gotta
talking
go.
about?
But I gotta go buy a tag before I look at a car to buy it.
Dion's bathtub says get a sovereign tag.
Oh, no way.
Make sure you have your
right over.
Make sure you have your sovereign ID ready too.
Make sure you got your attitude ready.
So when I go to buy a car from somebody, I'm like, I have to
Sean
go.
says if you have a bill of sale, you can drive it home. I don't know that to be true.
That's what I've heard. If you got proof, you can drive it.
Maybe if you just act to the cops like you know more of what you're talking about than they do, and then they start questioning their.
That doesn't work out. We've seen that.
Sean Raz looks like he's trying to scoop in on your truck.
Well, Sean, calm down, Sean.
Sean's already. If he doesn't take it, I'll take it. I'll talk with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Louis says don't. Oh no, Ink Spike says don't use a paper plate that says "Leave me alone" on it. So yeah, he's already got people vying for it, Trace.
I know.
And Sean's right there too. He'll steal it right out from under you. What did we call him earlier?
Sean.
Oh, what did we call him? what derogatory term?
Yeah, we saying he was using EBT.
EBT something superstar. What would you call him?
Come on, Sean. Tell us what derogatory term we called you.
God, we're such dicks. Oh, real quick before we go, babe. You need to cancel that Brazilian butt lift you were gonna get.
Aww.
You gotta cancel. I've been hearing some bad things about it. I hear now there's a new thing. You might get BBL smell.
Ew.
Big booty smell.
Brazilian butt lift smell.
Gross.
They say there's all that because they just.
I hope they do. I hope they do. That's just awesome.
They said, you start putting all that fat in your butt. They inject your butt with fat and stuff.
Yeah, stinky fat butt.
And then you get stinky fat butt when you sweat. It's like, oh my God.
That's gross. I'm gonna throw up.
I mean, the surgery is considered a dangerous procedure by experts.
Who does it?
Since there's a possibility of death, infection, and more. Who's doing that shit?
Do just regular plastic surgeons do that?
I don't know. Do you have to go to Brazil to get a shady one?
I mean, because I see girls at Walmart with those, and then they got their stretchy pants on and their half tops. And
I
it's
was
like,
thinking about
you
getting
just
one.
disgust me. I'm so
small
sick
butt.
of all these girls getting plastic surgery. I hope they all. Never mind.
They all die.
No.
It says
I
here.
wasn't gonna say that.
Oh, it says there are a variety of factors, like tissue death. Well, that's always fun. Always fun when you get tissue death. Unhygienic habits that could cause someone with a BBL to have a smelly behind.
Ew, they probably
so that
can't
means
reach.
You can't
they can't
wipe.
reach.
Your butt's
They
too big
can't
to
reach into their crack to wipe their
much
to
crack.
clean with soap their butt crack. Because it's too far, they can't reach it.
And we want to go to Mars, Trey.
Honey,
we're not
can
gonna
you
make
come
it.
Wash my butt for me.
Yes,
so-
I will because I love your giant Brazilian butt.
Just after
Well,
reading
that's what
this,
he
if I
gets,
was, Elon Musk, I'd just get on the loudspeaker at SpaceX and be like, guys, I don't think we're going to make it.
No.
And then I
I'll
just
try.
jump off the tower.
We're not going to Mars. We got people with stinky fat butts who had them done.
Yep.
They made their butts fat and stinky.
Not just with eating too much this time.
If a patient has been overfilled with fat during the procedure, fat necrosis, which is when
fat seeping out?
when fatty tissue in the butt dies, can occur. As a result, a rancid smell can develop.
I mean, I'm happy about that. I feel like people should get what they deserve, right?
I think,
you're such a fucking stupid girl that you do that shit.
You're getting a
you
fake
get what
giant
you
butt. You're getting a
deserve.
fake
That's-
giant
sorry.
butt. And you got problems.
You're so fucking stupid that
That's
I don't
that's
care.
natural selection right there.
That's right. Natural selection.
All right.
At least we can.
We got that going for us.
We got that going for us.
All right, we're out of here.
So thank you again for Crazy Horse USA for the $50 on Venmo, and Jamie the Plumber for $50, and
Sweet.
Dutchin and Kevin JK for the bits, and Toyo Tommy for the subs. Thank you guys very much.
That's
I
right.
appreciate
$1 a
it. Sean
day.
Raz,
$1 a day
thank
is all
you.
it takes to keep the revenuers
Thanks,
away.
Sean for the Karen of the day.
We'll be playing that Thursday, and we got the Hang tomorrow night at 6. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good couple of days. See you tomorrow night.